Well. If you've been under a rock and you have only just woke up and seen the news, it depends what time you went to bed last night. Unfortunately, boys, football is dead, RIP, as we know it. 12 of Europeans' big clubs, or so-called big clubs, are set to move to their own private league. Yeah, that's right. The big six, apparently, of English football: Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Man United, and Tottenham Hotspur. Apparently, Tottenham Hotspur are a big side, alongside three teams from Italy: AC Milan, Inter Milan, Juventus, and three from Spain of Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, and Real Madrid are forming their own private breakaway competition referred to as the E.S.L. Yes, it's confirmed. Money. That's all this is about. The owners of each individual team clearly don't give an absolute monkeys about what they've achieved domestically throughout their history. Some clubs going on from over 100 years old. They've won trophies. They've earned their right to be known as big name clubs, well, some of them. And unfortunately for the fans that have followed these teams throughout their whole lives, they've basically said, not really interested in what you bring to our club. We're more interested in the money. And as I said, they are not football clubs. They are franchise clubs. These clubs are known as franchise clubs in this world of sport. I don't understand how we go forwards with these teams leaving the Premier League, because the FIFA Federation, the FA, the UEFA have announced they will not be a part of domestic football leagues and cups, including national and world level. They won't be a part of. So that looks like all those. Let me look at it this way. Look at England, for example. Marcus Rashford plays for Man United. Mason Mount, Chelsea. We could go on and on and on and on. Kyle Walker. We could keep going for as long as the cows come home. England don't have a national team right now. Basically, all the players that play for England, okay, not all, but majority of the players that play for England are in those teams, in those top six sides. Top six, big six. Sorry, top six isn't relevant, because Arsenal draw to Fulham, and Spurs are somewhere in 10th as well, something stupid like that. It's all about this. It's not built on merit. It's built on money. I want you guys to get your comments in. We're going to read this off throughout the morning. We're going to be here for at least a good hour or two. So you might as well get your comments in. I'm going to read about it on screen. Why is it the end? Who cares about about the Sky Six, says Will Mine. Of course it's the end. What about the FA Cup? What about the Cups where, I don't know, Sutton United want to get that draw against Manchester United and play them at Old Trafford? That's gone. The magic of the Cups are already non-existent as it is. Now, it's dead. It's gone. It's completely gone. It's tarnished. The aim of this pyramid system. My son, who's 8 years old, he plays for Glenfield Town, right? He's 8 years old. He's still an FA registered player. It's part of the pyramid. It's part of the system. To work your way up to the highest you can, or play against the highest you can as you progress. It's all about progressing. Unfortunately, these pricks have just jumped out, dived out, thinking that they can do what they want. Off they go. Wow. Unbelievable. Unreal of what they've done to the leagues. They've destroyed the leagues. All the fans that support those sides, the season ticket holders, the loyal fan base that travel away to away days. Can you imagine now being part of those sides? Can you imagine? They're going to have to go to Real Madrid, to go to maybe Porto if they get involved, because there's more reports that Bayern Munich have now joined it this morning. Although yesterday, apparently, they snubbed it. Now it looks like Bayern Munich have also joined this flipping Super League. They're going to be travelling to Juventus. They're going to be travelling back and forth all the time. No, they're not. There's too much money involved. The travel, the tickets, the accommodation, it's too much. It's going to implode. Football is going to implode because of that. Maybe not. Maybe that'll just be its own thing, and eventually that will just collapse and they'll come crawling back. And I'm hoping that they won't let them back in all honesty. I'm hoping they get relegated. I hope they get punished. What happens to the league right now? What happens to the Premier League right now? What happens to the FA Cup right now? Leicester have just achieved their first FA Cup since 1969. First FA Cup since 1969, and we're playing Chelsea. Chelsea are in this Super League. the Premier League have announced, as well as the rest of them, FA, UEFA, have announced that these teams in this Super League will not be able to play in their domestic leagues and cups. So what happens to the FA Cup? Do we get handed it? Or do we maybe play Southampton in a second leg because we put them over last night, 1-0? Do we play them in the second leg to achieve the cup? Or is it handed to us? Or is it cancelled? I can't wait to find out a bit more today. I'm absolutely gutted, to be honest with you. I've got Sky Sports News on next to me as well. I'm following all the stories as they come through. Let them move, says Will. Money, says Monty in the chat. BS that some people are changing teams because of those people are the same people calling City fans plastic. The phrase till I die supporting the club no matter the circumstance. No, but James, if the club turn their back on you, then you have a right to move on. The club have turned their back on you. A fan that turns their back on the club to support someone else that's achieving better. Now, that's a plastic fan. That's a plastic fan. A fan that supports a team just because they're doing well. If this team leaves you and you no longer agree with what's going on, then you have the right to move on. You have the right to move on. And I won't disrespect anyone for changing from Man United or Chelsea or Man City to a more localized side. I don't mind that at all. That doesn't bother me in the slightest. What bothers me is when people wear two shirts and take one off during a game because the other side's winning. That's what bothers me. How is Tottenham in there, though, says Alexander? I have no idea. Surely Aston Villa should be there, right? They've won Europe. Nottingham Forest, they've won Europe. Right? It's a European Super League. Surely it would be the teams that have won Europe. Tottenham haven't. Arsenal haven't. But they've not won the Champions League. Have they? I don't fuck it. It's mad. It's just mad. All right, MTS, how are you, my man? Not seen you for a while. Ashamed of being a Man United fan. Started by the poor, ruined by the rich. Get them all out. RIP the UEL and the UCL and the World Cup as well. Yeah. The World Cup's dead. The World Cup is dead. On other good news, though, that must mean that that Messi is going to leave Barcelona, right? Because he wants to win the World Cup. He's not going to stay at Barcelona if they go into the Super League because he won't be able to play his last World Cup at the age he's at. He's the age of like 34 now, whatever he is, 33. He's not going to get another World Cup in him, which means he's got to come to Leicester. Sign up Messi, boys. But jokes aside, it's shocking. I was watching some of the tweets last night. Some of the tweets and stuff to me are vile. But I mean, you've only got to look at Twitter right now. It's just mental. It's mental. Gary Lineker's tweet. This lot think they can sweep up £300 million more each season than the other teams and then wander back on a Saturday and play with the advantage in the Premier League. Deduct points, fine heavily, and bin them. I hope they haven't bought some of the other 14 clubs. Stop the Super League. There you go. Unbelievable. Oh, dear. There's been some funny stuff, though, going on as well. Some of the small clubs on Twitter have done some great tweets. It's great. West Ham and Wolves in particular have done some good ones. So we're in the Champions League race now. So there is some fun bits to it, but it's just not good. It's not good to see, you know. It's horrible. It's horrible. Let's get your thoughts in. It's great to see you. I hope to see you again on Claude's channel, says Static. RIP Claude. I don't know what's going on with their channel right now. I really have no idea what's the plans going forward with Claude's channel and the Bansters, Terry and Diesel. I generally don't know what to do. My situation is completely different to glory hunting. I was born in Leicester City, but was brought up a United fan. Maybe it's written in the stars. I feel disgusted, says Winksy in the chat. What do you guys think of Winksy's position? There's quite a lot of people like that, to be fair, where the dads have been a Man United fan, but you've been born in Leicester and you end up having to support Man United because that's the way you was brought up. Do you now support Leicester City? You know, is that what you would do? Tottenham, what's that about Tottenham? Tottenham, hot Europa League, that's it. There you go. If a team wants money and doesn't care about fans, why should I support? We are the ones that give them the money back by tickets and kits. Why should I care? Exactly, Farid. Your opinion matters as well. Get more of your opinions in the show. We're going to be here for at least a good hour talking about this and the way that these big clubs have turned their back on their loyal fans domestically earning trophies like Liverpool and selling it all for money. They've sold the lot. They've sold their reputation as a club for money. Lee, well done for winning yesterday. I hope Leicester win the FA Cup. Yeah, that's a massive fixture against Chelsea, which we have no idea now how that's going to work. Are Chelsea going to be dumped out of it? Who knows? Only time will tell. But it's just not. It's not what we want, is it? Look at it this way: the Champions League. If those teams have been chucked out, it will be Leicester, West Ham, Everton, and Leeds. Will be it. It'll be Sevilla, Villarreal, Betis, and Sociedad in the Champions League as well. It's looking sexy for Leicester City right now. We will win the Premier League as well at this rate. I can't wait to hear Fogdad's take on it as well today on Fogden's channel, because he's quite funny, isn't he? But Manchester United have stood down from the European Club Association, and Club Executive Vice Chairman Ed Woodward has stepped down from his UEFA roles as well. That's breaking as well. So there you go. Man United has stand down from the ECA, and Woodward leaves his UEFA role. Just in breaking news, 19 minutes in, Ed Woodward, Vice Chairman of Manchester United, has stood down from the European Club Associations and Club Executive roles at the UEFA. There you go. Unbelievable stuff. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. I think we need a ticker going in for the latest breaking news right here. I'm gonna just make a little ticker for you boys in the chat. How do I do that? Banners. It's banners, isn't it? Yes, it is. Create a banner. Scroll across the bottom. Breaking. There we go. Ed Woodward. It's just appalling what's happened. There. Unbelievable. There we go. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Can't believe it. Football is screwed, says Reese. Us working day fans are not the target market. It's the half and half scarf merchant in places like America and Asia. Yeah, well, I've had plenty of replies on Twitter, because I went into each individual club, each individual top six club in their tweets. And I've replied to each individual one saying it's a shambles, you're embarrassment, blah, 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 blah. And most of their fans have upped my likes and retweeted it and commented, we support you, Leicester, blah, 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 for the FA Cup and stuff like that. But then you get the odd tit from America that don't understand it at all. They just don't understand it. Not one bit. So, yeah, you're spot on, mate. You're spot on. I don't believe it. I thought it was just a fantasy league. How the hell did it get this far? Since 1992, the Premier League, I think, is the reason why this is really happened. The Premier League was, I know it's not quite on the same level, but the Premier League kind of shot football into worldwide, into the stratosphere, into worldwide glory, I suppose, in terms of television and stuff. It was the Premier League that did that, but now we're going way further than the Premier League, because the Premier League still has a structure. It's still part of the pyramid system of earning your way up the ranks in terms of your leagues. And unfortunately, these clubs that are part of this Super League have broke away from those rules. They've just made their own instead. They've made their own rules, which is just based on terms of money and how big these clubs are. That's it. That's it. There is no reason why Tottenham Hotspur should be in there. There's no reason why Arsenal should be in there. On current 10 years form, those sides haven't really done anything compared to the others. It's a joke. It's a joke. I'm not knocking Arsenal as a club. I'm just talking about the fact that The way that the way that it's done, it's all about money and fan base following as well around the world. That's all it is. It's not based on merit, and it's an absolute shambles. It's destroyed the structure of the football pyramid system. It's killed it. Unfortunately, although Leicester etc. will thrive, the competitive side of things will not. No more competition, no more fairy tale football. We've bought a league we can't be relegated from. Absolute joke, says Winksy. Are you going to stop supporting your side? I want to get you guys in the chat. Please, if you're jumping in right now, tell me who you support and tell me how you feel about your club ditching you and going into this Super League. I want to know your thoughts on it. Why and what are you going to do? Why and what? I want to know exactly why and what you are going to do about it. As an Arsenal fan here, it's a disgrace. It makes me feel ill. The fact we have the audacity, along with Spurs, to say we have European pedigree as well is disgusting. Unbelievable. My Twitter is going absolutely mental right now. Absolutely mental, my Twitter. It's going nuts. The amount of notifications I've got this morning is absolutely frightening. And it's only the dicks from abroad that don't understand what this does to our English football here in England as a pyramid system. Are the only ones that are replying with negative stuff. The rest are all supportive of my tweets. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm going to have another look at what's trending to do with the Super League right now. But more news breaking, though, as we've just got on, Ed Woodward has left his role at UEFA and the European Club Association as well. He has left those roles. He stepped down from those roles. So that's clearly a sign of this is going forwards. It is going forwards, boys. It is. So it's a shambles. It's a joke. I don't know what to say. It's just wild. Man United and the Real Madrid are the ringleaders, according to reports. 3 US-owned Premier League clubs really mean this. Sold on the NFL model of closed league with star club players driving value. Others see it as more of a leverage over UEFA. Unhappy with the new Champions League format means pounds shared among more clubs. So there you go. Man United and Real Madrid are the ones that are running this. 3 US-owned Premier League clubs really mean this as well. It's an NFL model, closed league with, yeah, and none of them can be relegated either. If you're just joining us, boys, thank you for coming in. This is bad for bettors too, as all the matches will be overly competitive and hard to predict. So no more winning ACCAs. It's depressing. The rich get richer and we stay poor, it says Imtiaz. Not too worried about the betting side of it, mate, because betting's still there. You just need to bet on the lower league stuff, But I get what you're saying about the rich get richer and the poor stay poor. As a Leicester fan, I would like to see more competition in the PL. Can Celtic or other big clubs join the PL? I don't know how this is going to affect the football in general. I have no idea. We'll have to wait and see how it affects the game in terms of losing 6 teams out of the Premier League. That takes it from 92 leagued teams to 6 less, 86. It's what it is, but I don't know. RIP football, says YouTube. Arsenal fan, the cheek to announce this news after squeezing a draw. Yeah, and the thing is, mate, not only that, they've had the bottle. They had the bottle to do this when there's no fans in the stadium. Can you imagine if they announce this with a packed Old Trafford, a packed Emirates, not a packed Etihad, that don't really happen, but a packed Anfield? Could you imagine the outroar? The fans would be on the pitch, destroying the pitch, or it'd be chaos. It'd be utter chaos. The fans wouldn't have it. They wouldn't allow it. The fans would destroy the place. They would ruin the games. They'd get on they would booze. They would cheer. They would chant. Everything you could name. The fans would jump in, and there'd be emotional outburst from fans. The only reason why they've announced this is they've used the pandemic to their advantage. No fans in stadiums, no backlash in stadiums. That's exactly, they've picked the right time. They've waited for something like this to happen. They've picked the right time. Granted, they've not hoped for a pandemic. I don't think no one's hoped for a pandemic. Well, I hope no one's hoped for it. But they've hoped for something to happen where there'll be less fans in attendance, and bang, that's when they've struck. They've struck right now. The time was right for them to strike. The time was right for them to strike. It's an outcry. It's disgrace. It's money. Look, the team who wins the Champions League receives 120 million pounds, while the team who will win the Super League will receive 400 million. This is a statement 20 minutes ago. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable. Absolutely disgraceful. It really, really is. Absolutely vile. I'm just looking at the latest again. So there's more rumours saying that Bayern Munich are going to be joining this too. Oh, God, I hope not. Because Dortmund and Bayern Munich last night said that they aren't a part of it. Now it's looking like they will be. How many more clubs are going to be involved in this? So that's the thing. At the moment, we've only got 12. I'm expecting 3 more. I'm expecting Porto, Bayern Munich, maybe Dortmund. Maybe not Dortmund. It'll be something like Ajax. I'm expecting 3 more sides to join this to make a 15 team league. That's what I'm expecting. 3 US owned clubs. Unbelievable. Dear me. Right, get your comments back in, boys. Mourinho is the root to all evil, says Aaron. I'm an Arsenal fan, and this is just BS. We do not deserve this league because we're 10th, all because of Conte and his money. He ruined our club and slowly ruining football. I'm surprised PSG isn't on this list, also says Faranami. I think they will be at some point. I made a good result for the boys on ATS. Would you be able to do next Tuesday for a shoot, says Rob. Don't know what you mean. Yes, I should be able to, mate. Yeah, we'll message you a bit later on. But there's far more to worry about right now than organising a shoot with 888 Sport. Lee, did you see the trophy? It is so small, says Juju Debut. Well, it's going to be now, isn't it? Yeah, but it'll be made of gold. It'll be made of gold, won't it? Bayern, Leipzig and PSG probably, says Alexander in the chat. Get your comments in, get your thoughts in. Are you going to leave your club? Who do you support? Are you going to leave your club if you are one of these fans of these big clubs in the Super League? Are you going to be dropping your side? Are you going to be jumping out and supporting someone else? I want to know what your thoughts are, what your takes are going forwards on this show. We're here for at least another hour. So please get your comments in. I'll read them out when I can. But it's just embarrassing what's happening to football right now. Stop thinking about trophies. This is a disaster for the footballing world. It's going to affect everything. It's going to affect international level everywhere. Imagine the Spanish side, the Italian side, Portugal. Imagine England. These countries have all got massive name players from these big sides. There's no Messi. There's no Ronaldo for Portugal. There'll be no Harry Kane for England. There'll be no, the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on. It's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I will stay with Chelsea, but it's embarrassing, says CFC Gamer. But what do you mean by stay with Chelsea? You won't be able to support that club anymore in this country. You're not a part of the system. You're not part of this country. You're not going to be in the FIFA games. You're not going to be part of anything. It's gone. It's private. It's in a private league with private fans. Are you going to be a private fan or are you going to be a domestic fan? Change is the only constant. Accept it, says... accept it. Clearly not from England then. Clearly you're not from England and you don't understand what this means to English football. Clearly. Absolute nonsense. You're talking absolute nonsense. If you're supporting this, then you don't enjoy football. Good morning, Lee. FSG out. I'm a Liverpool fan for 40 years and I don't want the European Super League. See, John said it best. Does not want a European Super League. Not one. No one wants it. If you're a real fan of football, no one wants it. Even if you aren't a part of these sides. I'm a Leicester fan. I don't want this to happen. I don't want this to happen. I don't want to be handed the FA Cup. I don't want to be handed the FA Cup. I want to fucking win it. I want to win the FA Cup. I don't want to be fucking handed it because Chelsea have just been dropped out of the league and dropped out of the FA Cup. I want to fucking win it. I don't want to be handed it. I don't want to be handed the Premier League title. I want to win it like we did in 2016. I want to beat the top sides of English football. It's a joke. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. If you support Fleetwood Town, and you get the draw to go to Anfield in the FA Cup and you beat them, the magic of the cup to beat Liverpool at Anfield, it's not achievable, but it is. It's the magic of the cup. But now it's gone. That is fucking gone. It's gone. That is completely gone. Gone. Zilch. Zero. No magic left. Fucking gone. Because all of these wankers that are owned by bloody billionaires across the world that want to pull in and go, you know what? Fuck them. Let's just leave it. We'll leave the fans. All those fans that have spent years and years and years. And it's not just fans like yourselves, guys. Your dads that supported them, your granddads that supported that same side, and you've passed it down into your family. You've passed that down, those emotions, those feelings into that side. Like John here, that supported Liverpool for 40 years. I bet he's passed that on to his kids. His kids want to support them. That's dead. That's finished. Dead. Absolutely dead. All that history for nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's for nothing. Dead. Gary Neville said it best last night. They should just be dropped out of the Premier Leagues. Hopefully, just done, punished, fined, zilch, nothing. And once this Super League's dead, don't come back. Your club's non-existent. See you later. Bye-bye. Never allowed back. That's exactly what should happen. Sorry, but that's fact. It's fact. I'm sorry for you guys that support those six sides. Your Arsenal fans, your Liverpool fans, your Tottenham, Chelsea's. I'm sorry. I am sorry about that. But that's just how it's got to be. They've got to be completely eradicated from everywhere and just gone. Zilch. Never, ever to return. Or you have to start from the bottom. You have to start from non-league stuff and work your way back up into the pyramid system. Like every other team has to. Like every other team. From the Northern Square, blue, bloody, whatever it is, Premier League to the Southern Fairy League, whatever it is that you've got to work your way out of to get into the top four leagues of this English pyramid. That's what they've got to do. Facts. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Glazer's out of our club now, says WFAHD. All plastic clubs don't care, says Will Martin. People have died for United so that we can win the European Cup. And now this completely... Exactly! What about Munich? What about the 96? Justice for the 96. What about that? What about all that? It means fuck all. It means absolutely nothing to those clubs at all. You see the tweets, you see the memories, you see all... respect to the 96, blah, 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 blah. You see all that shit by the clubs. It means nothing to them. Absolutely nothing. Don't mean shit. All they care about is this. Is the fucking money. The pound coins. That's all they care about. All they care about. I support English football, which is why I watch the Prem, says Winksy. Exactly again. English football. Scottish football. Don't matter. I don't care. British football. I don't give a shit what it is. It's going to affect everything. They should have took 3 points from each club. 3 points? No. No. Kick the fuckers out. Kick them right out. Bye-bye. No tomorrow. See you later. Disappointed with my club, man. Good thing my Italian team, Roma, are not involved in this crap yet. AS Roma are a massive side. Just hold fire, man. Hold fire. But yeah, going back to that, people have died. People have died, man. It's just mad. Do you think the owners of these clubs that have made this Super League think, this is a great idea, you know? All our fans are going to be backing us. All our billions of fans around the world are going to back this. Because they're not. They're not. I don't think they thought this through. Only the plastic fans that support these sides because they're big will probably follow it. But the local fans, the fans in the countries that exist, the Spanish fans in Spain that support Barcelona, the Spanish fans that support Real Madrid, the Spanish fans that support Atletico, the Spanish fan, the Italian fans that support Juventus, Inter, the English fans that support, those six respective clubs. They're not going to support this. They're not going to support this. They're going to walk away from it. And I'm with you. I'm with you, boys. All of you boys who support those sides. I am with you every step of the way. I don't want this to happen either. The fact that Tottenham hasn't won a trophy in 60 years and still playing the E.S.L shows how dumb this competition is. Exactly, my friend. Bang on the money. The only thing they've won, I think, is the League Cup in about the year 99 or something like that, 2000 or whenever it was. The League Cup, didn't they? They won that. They are not a Super League side. They are not. I don't care what anyone says. They are not a Super League side. They've won fuck all. They have. I don't care. They're a great side. They are a good side. Tottenham Hotspur are a brilliant English side. Fantastic side. They have been forever. I don't care about the banter. I don't care if they finish in a third in a 2-horse race behind Leicester in 2016. I don't care about that right now. They are a big English side, but they are not a Super League side. A Super League side is Aston Villa. A Super League side is Nottingham Forest. They've won Europe. Not Tottenham Hotspur. Sorry. It's a farce. It's all for money. The whole thing is for money. Hope their stadiums will be empty even after fans will be allowed. Fan power says, I hope so too. I hope so too. Spot on. I hope so too. Can you imagine the fucking ticket prices? Can you imagine what they're going to do with their kits? How are they? How are they going to get their name out there apart from using like Amazon? Because Amazon's like one of the biggest companies in the world now. Surely that's where they're going to go. They're going to go as a network platform. They're not going to use Sky. They're not going to use BT because they've all got contracts with the Premier League. They've all got contracts with the Premier League. Amazon, they can do what they fucking want. Amazon could pick it up. And Amazon's a worldwide thing. It's not like, Sky is UK. Sky isn't abroad. beIN Sports isn't in the UK. It's in Qatar or Dubai. Fox Sport is an American thing. It's not in the UK. Amazon is a worldwide platform. So that's where they'll go. They will go Amazon. They'll go Amazon Prime. Worldwide on Amazon. That's what it'll be. It'll be for the armchair fan sitting on the Ross. Yes, I'm an armchair fan right now because we all are. But I am a season ticket holder, and it means a lot to me to be at games as well as being on your ass watching a game. But it's for the armchair fan around the world that can just go like this and watch constant shitty Super League stuff on Amazon Prime. That's exactly who it's for. That's the target audience it's going to be for. It's not going to be for the casual English fan that follows domestic football, wants to travel up and down the country for away days and all that. It's not for them. It's not for them. This is not for you. It's for them that want to stream. Super League founders clubs are going to receive a 3.5 billion for their infrastructure investment plans and to offset the impact of COVID pandemic. Fabrizio Romano tweet. I'll keep you updated. Yeah, I'm going to read a little bit more now. I'm going to follow some of the accounts now and see if I can get some more news as it breaks. Fabrizio is always quite good. I'd love to get him on, to be fair. I could message him now because believe it or not, he followed me back. So we could see if I could get him on. That'd be great. But I don't know. We'll see. Should we see? Let's tweet him, see if we can get him on. Let's tweet him. Let's just tweet him. See if we can get him on. That'd be great. Fancy coming into my stream now, pal. We have 600 in the chat. Let's go. I've messaged him, so let's see. A £5 super chat. Let's read that one out. I'm a Leicester fan. I truly think the heart and soul have been ripped out of footy. If this league fails, I hope they get back in the lower leagues, says Fat Boy. The thing is, if this fails, that's what I'm saying. I want them to be put back outside of the 92. Well, the 86 now. I want them to be put outside of the 86, and they'll have to work their way back up. They'll have to work their way back into it like Rangers did. They will have to work their way back into the Premier League and say sorry to the fans as well. This is just not. It's not good, man. It's not good. Latest from Fabrizio Romano says that UEFA Executive Committee meeting scheduled today. UEFA, FIFA, the PL, the League, Liga, Serie A on the same position. Super League has to be disapproved. No Champions League, no domestic leagues for the 12 clubs. Clubs insist they want to play in the domestic leagues too. So not only do they want their own Super League, but they also want to collect all the money from the Super League that they're going to get. They also want to use that to their advantage in the Premier Leagues, in their domestic leagues. Fucking hell. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You're just a small club fan. Oh, wow. You have no idea what you're talking. Go and learn something about football. Come back when you've educated yourself. Come back when you've educated yourself. Come back. Come back when you've actually learned something. Come back then. Come back. Thanks, Yogo. As Leicester supporters know just how lucky we are to have a fantastic ownership. Joel, yeah, we do, mate. Welcome back as well, Kingdom. How are you, my man? Joel Glazer says VC or the new league. It's horrible news. It's horrible news today. Horrible, horrible, horrible stuff. I'm a Leicester fan now. A lot of people are saying that we're going to start supporting Leicester. I don't want that to happen. I don't want, loads of fans to just jump into a new team. But where else are they going to go? Where else are they going to go? Do you get what I mean? Like, if you don't want to support Arsenal anymore, you don't want to support Chelsea anymore, who do you start supporting? Do you support? How could you? If you were a Chelsea fan, you can't start supporting West Ham just because of the club itself. It's West Ham. It's a London club. It's quite a rivalry. You can't do that. So who are you going to support? That's the problem as well. It's horrendous. This has fucked everything up for everyone. It really has. Just breaking 1 minute in. Official. Borussia Dortmund have just announced they are not joining the Super League. Not joining the Super League. I'm an Chelsea fan. I think the heart and soul have been ripped out footy. If this league fails, I think I've read that one out. Fat boy, thank you for the super chat, my man. It has. The heart and soul has been ripped out. Completely ripped out. Completely. Let's add to the news. Official Dortmund have announced that they will not be joining Super League. Cool. 600 in the chat. Come back. I am here. You're just jealous of the bigger clubs being it, and that's it. Going to destroy your precious Premier League in a few years. You'll be begging to be in the E.S.L. I'm just blocking the cunt, to be honest with you. There you go. He's gone. I can't be doing shit like that. I can't be doing with idiots like that. He's got no idea whatsoever about football. Not one bit. Greed has and always will kill everything it touches, says Ange. Guys, we should spam Twitter with boycott the Super League. Save our sport. Save our sport should be the one, I think. Or say no to the E.S.L. That's another one we should do. Respect to Dortmund, PSG and Bayern for not caving in yet. I think Bayern Munich might. I think they might do. To be honest with you, I'm expecting them to at any moment. I'm expecting them to announce that they have, especially now Dortmund have said they aren't. Breaking, the clubs want to implement the planned reform of the Champions League. The plan to found a Super League have been rejected by Dortmund's CEO, Watzke said. That's official. Borussia Dortmund have just announced that they're not joining the Super League. Breaking news. Dortmund are out of the Super League. They are not in it. They're not in it. They're out. That's good. That's good news. It's shocking. Smash a like on the video if you can, guys. There's 570 you in here. We've already broke the record of the amount of people watching already. Yesterday, we had a watch-along yesterday for Leicester versus Chelsea. Not that it matters because it looks like we're now going to be crowned FA Cup winners anyway at this rate. The way that this is going today with the Super League stuff, Chelsea going to be dropped out domestically. Leicester are in the final. It looks like Leicester are winners of the FA Cup, give or take. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I don't want to be gifted it. I want to win it. I've already said that in the stream already. I want to win the FA Cup. I don't want to be handed it. I don't want to be. I wouldn't want the Premier League 2016 season that we won. I wouldn't want that handed to us in that year where these teams would drop out. I wouldn't want that. I want us to beat the best teams in England. I want us to be the best team in England by beating the best teams in England. That's how it works. Leicester City are one of those teams that have kind of broke the six. They've proved that you can break the top six barrier with a well-run football club. Leicester City is well-run. We buy players from smaller places, make them a name, find talent at a very small price, and then we play tremendously well and achieve the same as the big boys do. We're in that top six bracket. They didn't like it. We're just one reason. I remember a quote quite a while ago about the Premier League from some of these big owners that they don't want Leicester Cities. They don't want Leicester Cities in football. They don't want the stories of Leicester Cities. They don't want it. So what do? They go away, buy their own little private group, WhatsApp chat. Ooh, let's make this group. Let's make this league. Bang. And there we go. We're on our way. Unbelievable. Joke. Absolute shambles. Shambles. Excellently run. Excellently run. The E.S.L is just a form of discrimination in football. E.S.L for rich, U.S.L for poor. It's a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. And it's Americanized. This is an American thing. This is like the NFL. This is an American idea. It's an American principle of an idea that's gone forwards. That's it. That's it. There's nothing else to it. Nothing else to it. I'm waiting for Fabrizio to come in. Come on, Fabrizio. Please come in. I've just tweeted him anyway. I'm hoping he comes in. I've messaged him. He's not seen it yet. He's not seen it yet. I want to see what Don Robbie's got to say for AFTV. I want to see what Craig's got to say because he had a long show last night on Anfield Agenda. I want to see what Mark Godbridge has to say this morning as well. This is going to blow up on fan channels as well, which is why I wanted to do this morning. It was worth me getting on here and talking my opinions on this. And I want your opinions. I'm going to start reading your comments out as well. I want you to tell me who you support. Tell me who you support and tell me how you feel about it too. I want your comments on screen. I'm going to do it right now. Coming from a Man City fan, Leicester City is the perfect example of what football should be, says Yogo Hilal. Football is for all, rich, poor, everyone. God save this game, says Instagram videos. I'm sure Colchester fans will love to be in on this, and unless they are, it's fruitless for them, says the MCFC governors. What will happen with my FC Porto? Mate, I honestly, I'm worried. I'm worried. I don't know because Porto's a massive club, huge club, and respects. You guys came over here during the Champions League. You were brilliant down here. You were loud. You were proud. You know, and not only that, you were a good bunch of lads as well. We had fun down here. We had loads of boozes. I had loads of fucking piss-ups with some of the lads down from FC Porto. I made 2 friends as well. Mateus being one of them from the Ultras. Mateus, I constantly are in touch with on Instagram and Twitter. I worry about your club of what's going to go on. I worry. I'm not going to lie. I don't know, mate. Fuck the Glazers, says Stefan in the chat. Lee, what do you think should happen with the 6 English clubs? I'm a Liverpool fan and I think it's a disgrace, but how would it work taking them 6 out of the league? Your thought, says William. Well, you're going to have 14. There is 14 other clubs in the Premier League at the end of the day. Although it's been unnoticed for quite some time because Sky have always pushed the agenda of Big 6. It's kind of, in a way, it's Sky's fault, in a way. I just need a drink. It's kind of media's fault for doing this in the first place, if you think about it, because these Big 6 sides have constantly been pushed, constantly been plastered everywhere, representing the league of the Premier League. So, in a way, this was coming. Being pushed by the media anyway. But now the media backlash, like Sky last night are against it. So it's their own faults. This is karma. for pushing a big 6 anyway. This is fucking karma. But the Premier League will just have 20 teams in. It'll just bring 6 from the Championship up, and then that further down, teams will just have to go further up, or it'll be maybe an 18 teams or 17 teams or 16 teams league. I don't know what they're going to do. I couldn't guess right now, but I just hope that the Super League fails. I hope it fails miserably, and I hope all those teams have nowhere to go. How does right? Here's another one. How do players work? Okay, so they've created a private section of football, right? It's a privatized section of football. Where do they buy their players from? Because they're not in the system. They're not in the pyramid system of football. They can't go on the transfer market, right, with registered players from all sides in domestic football in all nations. They can't go into that structure and buy players to bring them into their team to play in a different private league. They can't do that. So how does that work? How do these players leave those clubs to go into our domesticated pyramid of the system of football? I don't even understand how that's going to work. How does Messi go from, if he wants to leave Barcelona, he's in the Super League currently playing for Barcelona, and he doesn't want to play for Barcelona anymore. He wants to go to the standard domesticated leagues. How does that transfer work? Where does the money go? It's blowing my mind. When you think about it, it makes no sense. So something needs to be explained. Something further needs to be explained on how these players are going to be relegated, how they're going to be, where's their contract owned? Who owns their contract? And how do you sell a player outside of the Super League? Or is it just internal transfers? Are those players locked in forever? And the academies of those teams are the players that will play in those teams. It makes no sense. I want to know what your thoughts on it are. I don't understand how it's going to work. How do you get players outside of the Super League into the Super League and vice versa if this happens? It will kill teams that will not participate, says Electro. It will. This goes against everything that Liverpool stand for, says Elliot. They would have to leave their contract with any other club in order to join the E.S.L. They have worked absolutely nothing out and thrown everyone in the deep end. Exactly, Winksy. They have. They completely have. Chelsea fan of nearly 40 years. This is base level greed and it's despicable. The last nail into the coffin of the working class. I'm going back to support Barnet. Support your local club, says Tyrone Warren. I don't know. It's shameful that Perez, in spite of being present, accepted the chairman role. A draft system, maybe. Yeah, but how? How? How is it going to work? Please tell me how. How do you buy a player or bring a player in from a side that doesn't? Here we go. Fabrizio's replied. No, he's not. Oh, shit. I thought he'd replied then. The 600 of you, I'm trying to get Fabrizio in. I want to get him in. I don't think he's going to come in. I'd love him to come in. We'll try again. We'll message him one more time. I want Fabrizio in right now. I want to hear from him. Messi to Leicester confirmed. Did you like my tweet last night? It was good, wasn't it? I wonder what Solskjaer thinks about this. I wonder what Klopp thinks about this, etc. The managers have got no say either. The managers have no fucking say in this either. They're just signed a contract as well. They're working for the club no different to the players. They're no different to the players. They've got no say in this whatsoever. I don't know, maybe the players have got to say so, maybe, because of their contracts, maybe agents and contracts and stuff. But the managers are not. The managers have definitely not got. They've got no say in this at all. Not one bit. I wonder how Alex Ferguson feels about Manchester United. How do they feel? How do they? It's just. I'm so confused. It's horrible. This is horrible. It really is. The Glazers never gave a single shit about Man United from the moment they bought them. They wanted the revenue, the sale of the shares. Another thing I'm going to add into this is I wonder if the takeover for Newcastle, because there was a big takeover for Newcastle. I think it was some sort of Dubai ownership. Billionaires were going to take over Newcastle. Do you remember? It was not too long ago. Do you think that was blocked because of this Super League? I think so. I think it was completely blocked because of this Super League thing. Is there any chance it gets cancelled? Yeah, I think so too. I think there will be a chance it could get cancelled. It depends on the government are getting involved as well. Don't forget the British government are getting involved. They've tweeted something out last night. Boris Johnson tweeted something out last night. So the British government are going to do what it can to help the FA and obviously work alongside other regulators like FIFA and UEFA to stop this from happening. But I'll be honest with you, if the club's owned private, there's not a lot you can do. In all honesty, fuck all the clubs they can burn, says Moritz in the chat. First watching football without fans and now this. Worst 2 years in football history. Exactly. When was the last time that these teams are ever going to have a filled stadium as well? When will, I can't see them ever filling a stadium at the Super Leagues. I can't see it. Sorry, but I can't. They're expecting fans from all over the world to get a plane to fly to a game to fill a stadium. So they're expecting Old Trafford. They're expecting 65,000 or whatever Old Trafford holds, 70,000, whatever it is. They're expecting 70,000 fans to travel from all over the world to come and fill Old Trafford. It's not going to happen. Fans aren't going to flock from England to fill it up because most of you guys don't want this shit. I don't want this shit, so I can't imagine what Man United fans feel. Andy Tate, who I'm a friend of, it's the Blue Van Man, says, oh, bloody hell, it is. Should say hello. Say hello, Winks there. Winks is with the Blue Van Man at Sighton. Say hello, mate. Do it. Show him this. Blue Van Man.
He's walked off now, G. He's walked off.
Ah, you wuss. Winksy had the Blue Van Man for a second at Syston. He's at Syston train station. You should have said hello, Winksy. What are you doing? Spurs fan here. They've lost my support now. From now on, I'm supporting my local team, Southampton. Straight away, jumped into it. Sean has just changed sides to Southampton. Fair enough, mate. If that's how you feel, at the end of the day, I'm not going to ridicule you for leaving your team because your team left you. Your team fucking left you. You didn't leave them. They left you, my man. They left fucking you. So you go and support a side that you feel is closer to your heart. Go for it, mate. Honestly, just fucking do it. Just go like that to Tottenham Hotspur. Do that to Arsenal. Do that. Do it. America has full stadiums now, but yeah, the E.S.L is BS, says Tyson KD14 in the chat. I'm trying to find your there it is. America has full stadiums now, but yeah, the E.S.L is BS. Should we try and see if I can get Dave in? I don't know if he can come in or not. I'll wait for him to respond. I'll see if Dave wants to come in. Jose's sacked. Jose's sacked. Wow. Holy crap. Breaking news just in. Jose Mourinho has been sacked from Tottenham Hotspur as well. Oh, yeah. Sausage rolls. That's huge. That's absolutely huge. I'm going to put that in as well on the ticker. That's absolutely massive. Oh, gosh. Unbelievable. 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 I can't believe it. Do you think that's something to do with going to the Super League as well? Unbelievable. Unreal. I can't believe it. I'm going to support West Ham. Fuck Chelsea, says Kurt Coke. I like the name. When will the decision come in if it's happening? The league's meant to be starting in August, Mohammed. The league's meant to be starting in August, my man. Here comes the money. Money talks. Sounds like like a FIFA 2020 tournament between friends on the weekend. Funny enough, nobody ever picks the German sides. EA Sports in the game. Yeah, you're spot on. You're spot on, mate. You're spot on. When will the decision come in? Yeah, like I says, the league is meant to start in August, my man. It's supposed to start in August. When will the decision come in? In August. Leicester fan, 30 years, but 1 point. If these money grabs are guaranteed $3.5 billion every year, they're not going to buy top players as they don't need to. The money is guaranteed. Didn't think of that. If they create their own league, they don't need to have the top tier players. They don't even need it. They don't even need it at all. Because they're a private league, they can portray football in whatever way they want. The fucking league's going to be ran by the owners of said clubs. It could be like the WWE version of football. It could be fucking scripted. Oh, no, I didn't think of that. It could be fucking scripted. They could script it. They could script the league. It could be the fucking WWE version of football. Oh, I didn't even think. They could do storylines. They could do all that shit. Oh, no, it could be massive. It would be more like a TV show than ever before. The Premier League was already a TV show, and its casting roles are us. We're the cast, the fans in the fucking stadiums, giving off the atmosphere. The E.S.L, it's going to be the fucking WWE, isn't it? It's going to be scripted storylines. It's going to be scripted goals. You can see it a mile off. You can fucking see it a mile off. Oh, my God, it's going to be fucking mental. Spurs fan here, at least there's some good news today. Bye-bye, Jose. The ESL is a joke and puts the fabric of the league football in jeopardy. Back to WFC, says Greg Salent. Thank you for the super chat, my man. 667 of you in the chat. This is the biggest stream we've ever had, ever, of all time on the channel. This is the biggest one we've ever had. I've had 650 before for a live watch long for Leicester, but this right here is massive. Please hit the subscribe button. Get us over to the 11k mark. That's all I ask. It's free content for you boys. I don't ask for anything from you. All I ask is if you can like the video and hit the subscribe button and get us over the mark. That's all I ask, boys. Oh my God, I can't believe what just happened. But don't forget, Dortmund have rejected the E.S.L as well. Oh, you just can't write it, can you? Big respect to Dortmund, PSG and Bayern Munich again, says Gladiator 21st Century in the chat. For just saying no. For just saying no. Standing your ground and saying no. This ain't right. You know what I mean? But fucking hell, it's just mental, isn't it? Borussia Dortmund have just announced that they're not joining the Super League. If you've just joined us, Dortmund are not joining the Super League. They've just announced it. The club wants to implement the planned reform of the UEFA Champions League. The plans to found a Super League have been rejected by Dortmund. I'm a Chelsea fan and I'm disgusted, money-grabbing pricks. But from what I've seen, Chelsea and City were backed into a corner by Real, United, Liverpool and Arsenal owners. Yes, the American owners are the ones that have pushed this to the moon. They are the ones that want this. They are the ones that want an NFL-style league for football. They are the ones pushing this. They know that football is a big, big thing. They want this. That's the ones that are doing it. They're the ones pushing it. No one else. Those are the ones pushing this. Yes. As Jose Mourinho has been sacked, that is confirmed. It's breaking news just in. Jose Mourinho has been sacked from Tottenham Hotspur as well. I wonder if that's anything to do with... Dave is coming in from Dave's LFC chats. 1 second, I'll get Dave in, see what his thoughts are on Liverpool. He's a Liverpool fan. I'll send him the link now and see what he has to say. Get him in. You can hear what Dave's got to say about this. I've sent him the link. I'm expecting him to come in a second. If you're there, Dave, hop in. I've sent you the link, my man. I want to hear what your thoughts are of being a Liverpool fan. I want to hear everything that you've got to say about Liverpool. Oh, my God. It's just unbelievable what's going on. Hope Liverpool don't join this Super League. They already have, my man. They already have. They're part of it. They're a part of this shambles. The FSG are a part of it. The owners, the FSG, are already a part of this fucking shambles. I'm waiting for Dave to come in. I am disgusted what is happening to the sport this season. Couldn't have got any worse. It's West Ham and Leicester every year for the title now, says Adishvir Singh. I wonder who the next Spurs manager is going to be. Well, the thing is, they're going to the ESL. So, I don't know. I've no idea. But in August, they're gonna pull someone in. I hope fucking Brendan Rodgers doesn't leave Leicester. I know that fucker. It's just mad, isn't it? I'm so crazy. I'm going nuts. I'm about to toss every single one of those Chelsea kids outside in the street. You might as well bin them now. They don't mean anything anymore. Because Chelsea don't care about you. So why the fuck would you care about them? Why would you care about them? They don't care about you. They do not care about you one fucking bit. Not one bit. At all. Not one bit. But Gary Lineker has just tweeted out, Jose Mourinho is fired. He is the first of the European Super League managers to lose their job. Fucking hell. Yankee owners hope it's not like the voting system machines. It could be. It could be. It could be. It could be. But Tottenham have sacked Jose Mourinho. It is breaking news. Deduct all their points and just ban them. I've got Dave here. I'm going to get him in. Get Dave in. Dave, how are you, my man?
I tell you what, I'm just parked at the side of the road. I'm like the blue van man here.
Oh, Dave.
Yeah. How are you?
Yeah. That's really weird because where are you then? Because my mate's just seen him.
Oh, that's weird.
That's weird, isn't it?
Weird.
Yeah. Anyway, how are you, my man?
Well, I'm not good after that news last night, bro. I mean, that is an absolute shit show. I hope you don't mind if I curse, but I mean,
yeah, no, go for it. Go ahead.
I mean, this is. I know why they did it. I think they did it because the Champions League are bringing out their new formation, their new league formation today, I think, and they probably did it looking for leverage, wanting more money. But unfortunately, Lee, it's all about money, and that's ruining football. I've been saying it for years, but yesterday was the final straw. I mean, I think I'm going to follow Leicester City after this. This is just this. You might have a new co-host. I mean, this is crazy shit. This is crazy shit. Sorry,
well, you only need to add a little C to your Dave LFC chats, and we're on our way, aren't we? We're on our way.
Oh, but I mean, it's a sad day for football. No matter what way you look at it, Lee.
It is.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I was lost for words, and for me to be lost for words is unusual. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's shocking, mate. I'm going to see if I can get a few more guests in today. Particularly, I'm going to try and get Rance in for a bit. He's a United fan. Saeed is a United fan. I'm trying to think of some others. I'm going to try and get in. Might try and get Expressions in as well. He's a Tottenham fan. I want to hear from everyone that's a part of this Super League and their force. How do you feel? Like, you've been a Liverpool fan all your life.
Yeah.
So where does this lead you now? Where does this leave you, Dave? Where does this leave you?
Well, I'll tell you, I could hardly sleep last night. I know it sounds stupid, but I mean, it obviously, the news broke at the United Burnley game. I seen the rant by Gary Neville, which I thought was actually his rant was brilliant. I agreed with everything. I don't like him, but his rant was on point, everything.
Yeah.
I mean, Liverpool should be ashamed of themselves today. Embarrassed. Embarrassed is the word I'd use. Actually, for Liverpool, and I shouldn't be, but it's ripped the heart out of football. What happens after today, Lee? The damage is done.
Yeah, the damage is already done now. There's no turning back now. After this official announcement by all those clubs, and we're expecting 3 more clubs to join this in as well. You know that, don't you? There's not just 12. There's going to be at least 15, according to reports. So I'm expecting a few more to join in with it.
Bayern Munich, Dortmund, and PSG are on the sidelines.
Yeah, Dortmund have announced that this morning. Yeah, Dortmund have announced this morning that they are not joining the Super League. So Dortmund will not be a part of it.
What they've just seen on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
In the background, looking at it and going, "Oh my God!" You know what I mean? Do you know what the problem is now, Lee? I mean, we do this game, this YouTube game, this Twitter game, this Instagram game. I think clubs think they're big when they've got a big bloody following on social media. They're like the Spurs. If you have 10 or 12 million followers on Twitter, that's how many fans they think you have in the world. It's complete shit show.
Yeah, it is. It's a complete shit show, mate. And it's not just that. It's disregarding what these clubs have achieved. For all these years, domestically, Liverpool have earned so many trophies, and you've earned that right to be named as a big club in England. To just throw it all away for a bit of money is disgraceful to the fans that have watched it throughout the years.
Well, I think the likes of Shankly and Paisley be rolling in their graves. I mean, this is just that bad. It's that bad. I mean, it's Liverpool obviously built the city. I'm worried now. To be honest, I'm worried what Klopp thinks of this. I really am. I'd say Klopp would be totally against this. He said something last year about it. Remember Project Restart, that type of thing? Yeah.
He
wasn't in favor of it. He's a real socialist, you know. He's all about the city. He's all about the fans. He was at Dortmund. He is at Liverpool. I think Klopp could walk in the summer. I mean, they want to get the PR departments of these teams should be sacked. They made an absolute joke of it. They didn't do their due diligence with the fans. Didn't do the due diligence. I don't know what they did. And I mean, your man Florentino Perez, the Real Madrid chairman, he's going to be the chairman of it. That just says it all for me. That says it all.
Yeah, I believe it's all Americanized. The whole thing is an American idea. It's like the NFL. So you can quite tell it's about money. It's not about anything else. It's about money.
Capitalization of football.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be the WWE of football for me. I think it's going to be. I honestly, how do you get players in from outside of that league? Because they're not going to be a part of the system. Players aren't going to be
happening, Lee. I just can't see it happen. UEFA, FIFA are against it. The Premier League are against it. I can't see it happening. I just can't. But the problem is, even if it doesn't happen now, the damage is already. The brand, let's call it a brand, because that's what it is. It's a business now.
Yeah.
The brand of all I'm worried about is Liverpool. Obviously, the brand of Liverpool is being damaged by this.
There's no turning back.
That's what I mean. So what do you do? I mean, you've already done the damage.
What's the appropriate? I suppose what do we do now if that Europa League doesn't happen? If that Super League doesn't happen, what's the punishment? What's the right punishment for these teams that have put this together?
Well, I mean, they've got to stay in the Premier League. I mean, if these 6 teams left the Premier League's gone. You know, but I think they should have no European football next year. Definitely, they should get a ban. Obviously, they get slapped money ban and stuff like that, but that doesn't really matter. But European football will hurt them. I mean, Champions League football, you know. I mean, Liverpool play Leeds tonight. I was looking forward to for the weekend. Did me podcasts. Really, I couldn't care less about the game now. That's how bad it's bloody got.
Wow.
I mean, it's
mad, mate. Oh, dear me, Dave. Dave, can you tell us where we can find your stuff? Because obviously you're a YouTuber yourself. It's going to be an interesting follow now for you. I'm going to be interested in what you're going to be doing now regarding Liverpool, the way that you feel. I don't know. What's your content going to be now? Where are you going to go with this? What are you going to do?
I think I'll put a bag on my head and I'm doing the pods. I mean, I think I'll start eating tea bags like you. I'll start eating tea bags. Jesus Christ. I'm going to go now in a minute, but all I will say, thanks Lee for letting me come on. Yeah, it's Dave LFC chats on Twitter and YouTube, but to be fair, it could be Dave LFC, and it could add a C to it because it has changed. Football has changed in the last 12 hours, and not in a good way. That's all I can say, my friend.
No, and anyone that supports this clearly isn't a football fan, right?
Well, there you go. That's it. They don't care about the fans. That's it. It's only money. They only care about money. Yeah. If you've got money, they care about you. If you're a normal fan going around, even season ticket holders, I'm sure they don't care about them really. It's just about the ticket. They don't care about the fan. Yep. It's all about the money and renewing your season ticket, isn't it? That's what it's about.
Yep. Right, Dave, thank you for coming in, mate. I'll speak to you maybe another time, maybe on your channel about it as well. I don't know. We'll get back together. Yeah, but cheers for coming in, Dave. Bye. Cheers, mate. Take care. Bye-bye. Dave there from Dave LFC Chats. Go and check his channel out. He's a passionate Liverpool fan, huge passionate Liverpool fan. Trying to get rants in. I'm trying to get expressions in. Trying to get anyone in at the minute. Saeed, I've got quite a few people that I'm trying to get in. It's just it's messaging them all. I'm trying to get them in. I'm going to see if I can get James Redmond in as well. I'm trying to think of other people that I've worked with across the board. Who we got? We've got James Redmond. Let's get Redmond in, see if he wants to come in. The thing is, it's getting people on. That's a problem. That are free as well. Let's just message him and see what he's got to say. See if we can get Craig in from Chelsea as well. We could do him. Lewis. Yes, Benavati. We'll get him in. Good person to get in as well. There we go. Right. Where were we? We could get Terry in from... we'll see if we can get Terry in from Claude and the Bansters. Because obviously we can't get Claude in, bless his heart. Right, I'm a 14-year-old Chelsea fan supporting them since 2013. I'm hurt as heck that they made this decision. I don't know whom to support if the plan goes through. I know I won't be supporting Chelsea, says Feenan. Oh, mate, I feel for you. I really do. I really, really feel for you. I'm just glad it's not Leicester, you know. I don't know how I'd feel right now. We don't want to win more trophies if it means we haven't beaten the best team to earn them. Exactly. That's what I was saying earlier, Kingdom. I don't want to win the FA Cup by being handed it to us. I want us to fucking win it. I want us to beat the best teams in England. I don't want us to be Premier League winners with teams that have been chucked out. I don't want that. I know we've played most of them this season, but it's still going to be tainted. This league is going to be tainted this season now if those teams are dropped out of it, you know. Lee, we will win the double. I said I don't want to win the fucking double. I don't want to win the Premier League title without those fucking teams in it. It's not the same. It's going to be shit until maybe the football progresses in years to come. But I don't know right now where we're going to be at. I mean, Claude would be rolling in his fucking grave right now. He would be. He'd be turning his fucking grave, Claude. Rest his soul. I'd love to get Mark Goldbridge in, but he's never going to come in. Never going to come in. Never going to come in. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to message. Lewis is coming in. Perfect. We got Lewis coming in. Massive Chelsea fan. Can't wait to hear from him. We're going to get him in a second. Perfect. Cheers, my man. Cheers, my guy. Okay, so Louis is coming in from... he's a big Chelsea fan, as you know. Just waiting for him to pop in. But yeah, it's just... Leicester versus... We can talk about Leicester versus Chelsea. He's live now. Mark is live now on the United stand. Yeah, of course he is. Well, we're going to try and get other people in as well. I don't care. I'm just going to keep going. We need to find... Who else can we ask to come in? All fan channels have been booting up. I've been here since 9:30, my guys, and I'm going to be here for at least another hour yet. Maybe this will give small teams more chances to win the league. All fan channels are booting up now, says MCFC governors. Now the FA Cup final is going to be tense. I don't think it's going to happen. It's a month away. Plenty can happen in a month. We know that now. Plenty can happen in fucking 12 hours. Do you think they'll halt future matches for now? I don't know. Blue Boys Network. Yeah, but he's an Everton fan. I could still get him in now, I suppose. Yeah. Let's get him in as well. Let's get Blue Boys in. Good shout. Good shout. Let's get him in. Waiting for Lewis to come in as well. He said he's on his way. So we'll see in a sec. I want to hear what the Blue Van Man's got to say as well. Saeed's in work, so he can't do it. Angry Rant Man. Blues Boy Network. We'll message them as well. Chelsea Rory as well. Can ask him. We'll ask Rory as well. As Troops as well. We'll see if Troops will come in. Lee Gunner. Top. Let's get Lee Gunner in as well. That's a shout. Lee Gunner. There we go. We've messaged a few people now. Could ask Don Robbie as well. I'll message Don Robbie as well. We'll get Callum. Drifty. Who else could we get in? Doesn't matter what club. Oh yeah, let's see if we can get Rory in. Rory. We'll just see who comes in. Right, all big six managers should resign if they have integrity, says Watercolor. I'm gonna have a look what's latest on the old tweets and stuff. Yes, breaking news. Jose Mourinho has been sacked. If you've just joined us, Jose Mourinho has been sacked from Tottenham Hotspur. There'll be more on that coming in as well. But listen to this. Jose Mourinho in the last... Jose has been sacked. Yes, he has. Jose Mourinho's money earned after sackings. In 2017, Jose Mourinho earned 2007, earned £18 million from Chelsea's sacking. In 2012, Real Madrid, he got a payout of £17 million. In 2015, at Chelsea, he got £12.5 million. Man United, he was paid £15 million in 2019 by Man United. 2021, Jose Mourinho has took a paycheck of £30 million from Tottenham Hotspur. A total of £93.5 million. £93.5 million. You know what? You know how he must be feeling right now. Because £93.5 million since 2007 on sackings. He's got to be doing this morning. Jose Mourinho has been sacked from Tottenham Hotspur. Unbelievable. He's been sacked. Got more of the story here for you. Let's have a quick read of Tottenham Hotspur's sacking on Jose Mourinho. The announcement has come just hours after the Premier League club announced its plans to join the Super League. The 58-year-old has been in charge of Spurs since 2019 of November. The Portuguese took over Pochettino, don't forget, and was meant to be here until 2023 at Tottenham Hotspur. He's earned £30 million as a payout. Get your comments in. He is very, very rich. Pep is a disgrace. He won't leave Man City. He bathes in cash. Jose Mourinho, the Compo King. Yes, he is the Compo King. I think he's a dead manager anyway, to be fair. Trophy Mourinho, as expressions calls him. I'd settle for a refurb PS4, says MC. Jose has left, I think, says not sacked. No, according to reports here, according to this, he's been sacked. So until we know more, he's been sacked. Pep is I've read that one. Jose is the king of being sacked. He is the special one, says Liz Golden. What about Klopp? We'll find out more about Klopp in only times will tell. Get troops in, mate. I've messaged him. I've messaged DT as well. How long you on for, bro? I'm just about to go on TFT. Oh shit! I'm here for at least another half hour. Don't worry. He was sacked for protesting against the Super League. Oh, do you think is that allegedly? Is that allegedly? I don't know if that's true. I'll be honest with you. I don't think that's true. Let's have a look. Is there anything else new that's come in that we can talk about and discuss about this? It's sickening, disgusting. Dave is in the chat. You've already had Dave's on. We've already had Dave on. Troops and DT in would be nice. I've messaged Troops. I've not messaged DT. That's another one I could message and see what he has to say. But maybe he's strictly going to keep it to AFTV on his thoughts. I don't know. We'll send it in anyway, and we'll see what it's got to say. No, it's true. BBC have said it. Apparently, Jose Mourinho has gone because of the Super League. Let's check that one out and see what they've got to say about that. BBC Sport. A message to all of our followers. Jose Mourinho sacked at Tottenham. Spurs are currently 7th, having picked up 2 points from their past 3 league games and were knocked out of the Europa League in March. Jose Mourinho has been sacked after just 17 months in charge. In all competitions, has lost more games in all competitions this season than he has in any other competition and campaign in his managerial career. Holy crap, I didn't know that. That's mad. That's mad. But it doesn't say nothing to do with that. I'll see if I can get Troops in and see what he says. But don't forget, is he over here at the minute? I think he is, isn't he? Let's try and get him in. Let's try and get Troops in as well. Troops. Let's see if we can get him in. I'll WhatsApp him. Troops. I've sent it him anyway. If you don't see it, don't see it. Whatever. I don't mind. I've sent it him, so it is. It's all good, man. I can't believe this crap. Kyle Boss says I can't believe it. Let's see if we can get Matty Renton in from the Magpie channel and see what he says. Matty Renton. Yeah, there we go. We'll see if we can get him in as well. Traitor League, good name for it, says DD works wonders. Respect for Mourinho has gone. KSI tweets. Read the KSI tweets. Says, okay, I'll read them out. See what he's got to say. He just says it's shit, that's all. Lee, can I be a mod? You can be, mate. You can be a mod. 1 second. I'll sort that out. We need to view that in YouTube and add you as a mod, my man. Let's do that on the fly. There you go. Done it. There you go. Shameful from Spurs being results. Yeah. Absolutely blaming results. It's shocking. We're so close to 11K, boys. Please hit the subscribe button if you can. I'm praying for something to come out saying it ain't happening, says Theo Woods. Another Liverpool fan in the house. Again, there's 400 of you in the chat. If all of you tell me who you support and how you feel about this Super League, I'll put your comments on screen. I want to hear what you guys have got to say. The fact is I'm a Leicester fan. It still bothers me. I don't want to win the FA Cup being handed it to us. I don't want to compete in the Premier League without these teams in it. It affects us all. It don't just affect you boys. It affects us as well. Completely, utterly affects us all. Please drop your comments in and we'll read them out as we can. Milan and United about to be a mid-lower table team, says ATM. Leeds versus Liverpool today. Yes, it is. God knows how the season's going to carry on. No one's going to take it serious now, are they? Serious question. How did Arsenal and Spurs get an invite to this thing anyway? It says Mr. EC Football. I know, because I've not really won anything in the last 10, 15 years, really, have they? Let's be honest. I know they've won the FA Cup, Arsenal, but there's been no Europe. They've never won Europe, you know what I mean? How long have you been supporting Leicester for? All my life, pal. Leicester born, Leicester bred. Cut me, I bleed blue. It's an embarrassing to be a Chelsea fan, says Dash. Liverpool fan respecting Mourinho. Yes. If it's the case that he's walked out, then yes, I agree. Listen to this. Again, look, this is the sort of shit that I have to deal with on Twitter. Someone's put, shut up, Walmart, Jamie Vardy, you're a one-time wonder club, would have done the same if they were even invited. Laughing my ass off. Just another knob that supports a team that he's never been to, doesn't live in England, doesn't understand the consequence of what's happened to English football because of his side leaving the pyramid of tradition. So you're going to get dickheads like that on social media. That's the aim of the game on Twitter is to pull it in his likes and dislikes and stuff. That's the aim of it, isn't it? But a lot of people are moving to a club like Leicester at the minute for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because we're a team run well and we're still achieving that top six stuff without spending billions of pounds and buying the leagues all the time. I'm going to read your comments out again. I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm furious, but not surprised. It's been coming for 3 years. Wenger warned us for 3 years ago. He did warn us 3 years ago. It was spot on the money. No, it was 2009. Wenger mentioned 2009. From Football Leaks, I'll read you a tweet out if we can find it. Football Leaks. See if we can find it. I don't know if I'm going to find it, to be honest with you. But it was 2009. It was 2009. No, I can't find it, my guy. Sorry. I just can't find it. Never mind. Don't mind. But it was there. Believe me, it was there. Trust me, it was there. How come Spurs is a founding team and Arsenal too? Where is Ajax? Where is Celtic? Yeah. Why is Celtic not involved? It's Americanized, mate. That's why. Who owns Celtic? Who owns Celtic? I don't think they're American, are they? This is an American thing, for sure. I'm getting a Dortmund top respect. I'm PSG and Leicester City as well, that says Ancion. Lee's go Chappy. How's monetization been your channel? Has grown 5 times since I first came. Panav, you're an Aston Villa fan. Tell me why Aston Villa aren't in the Super League. Because they should be. Aston Villa should be there, not Tottenham Hotspur, not Arsenal. Well, probably Arsenal because they've won the Premier League a few times. But why is Aston Villa not in? They've won Europe. They're a massive club. Why are they not in the Super League? Because they're not owned by Americans. Why would players agree to this if they are banned from the World Cup? I have no idea. I don't even think players are going to have... I don't even think they're going to have control of this, to be honest with you. I think we're just seeing Connor in the house. I need to find his comment. Where is he? Where is Connor? I seen Connor a second ago. I know I did. Connor! Complete shambles. Embarrassed to be a Liverpool fan today, says Connor. Connor, I'd love to get Craig in, but I know he'll probably be asleep. I'm not home, buddy. Sorry, my man says Lee Gunnar. Lee Gunnar can't come in either. Everyone's not coming in. No one's coming in. Everyone's either out or at work. I'm the only one off. And never mind. Don't matter. It don't matter, mate. It's all good. There's no one coming in here, you know. Everyone's at work or doing something. Oh, guess who is here, though? Guess who is here? Hi, mate.
Hello, mate. You're right. How are you?
Yeah. I want to hear from you, mate, because you're a Chelsea fan and got you're a big following. You're a solid Chelsea fan, hardcore Chelsea fan. I want to know how you feel about this. Are you for it or against it? First of all, I know what you're going to say, but
it's complete utter fucking bollocks. Sorry for
no, it's okay. No, go for it.
It's. I haven't slept, hence, normally.
No, I ain't surprised. I've not. I've been up since, I went to bed about 2, checked my phone, then went to sleep for about 30 minutes, checked my phone. Fucking hell.
Listen, Lee knows how pristine I like to keep my hair. That's it. And right now I'm sat here just like, mushing heads, just like, sat on my phone all day.
When you replied saying I'm on my way, I thought, God, he's been 10 minutes. Now I know what he's been doing. He's been doing the Elvis.
No, my old man called me. He was like, Louis, I want to talk about this. And I'm like, Mario, can you let me, that's a lie. I'm actually trying to get myself, I called him. It was like a 5-minute conversation just while I get myself sorted. Then it extended into 15, 20 minutes. And then I'm sat there like, right. But honestly, like, I've been, over the past year especially, I've been trying to find a way to rationalize how I have conversations.
Yes.
About football, because I think, just yelling down a camera is just, it's not the right way to deal with things.
Sometimes you can't help it.
Sometimes. Right now, I'm sat there. Last night, my housemate's a Fulham fan. He saw the news. He went, right, I'm going to bed. He literally just got out of the way because he knew full well I was like, I was livid.
Any questions for the Chelsea fan on the channel right now? Any questions in? Get them in on the comments. I've got a question for you. The FA Cup. Do you give a shit about it now or not?
Well, I say that I do, but I don't think Chelsea do. By the looks of things, the Champions League's been cancelled temporarily.
Yes,
that came out last night. So as is the Europa League. With this news, I don't even know what's going to happen with the Premier League now. I don't know what's going to happen with the FA Cup. But for me, look, as a fan and as someone who's grown, I saw there was a really interesting thing, and I'll send it to you. I'll read it out to you quickly. I got sent it earlier from Twitter. It was on Twitter. There's a guy called Dan Roan. I don't know if you know who he is, a journalist. And he said,
I've seen his tweets.
Yeah, according to a source, some of those involved in the European Super League called traditional supporters of clubs legacy fans, whilst they are focused on instead of the fans of the future who want superstar names. As soon as I read that, I was like, do you know what? I'm glad I founded a football club like 2 years ago, because now I can just go and focus on that, because they don't give a shit about us. And the thing is, for me, I looked at the situation. My hair is a nightmare. I'm so sorry. I'm getting really into it. I just see my head.
Unbelievable.
I get into it, and the whole look. Obviously, in my degree, I studied football business, and the whole conversation all the time was not about talking to fans and dealing with fans. It was calling fans consumers and going through what you have to do to deal with them as consumers and all this sort of stuff. While I was and I was sat there and I was like, when I heard that, I was like, to be honest, one, it's good to understand that, because I think, I like to see both sides rather than just getting really passionate and emotive. You do need to understand where clubs are coming from. But then at the same time, I was sat there going, especially with the news yesterday, going, they don't care. They don't care about any of us. All this bullshit.
Don't give a shit.
About,
Don't care. Don't care.
All this bullshit about going, you know, Liverpool, prime example. Oh, you never walk alone. The spirit of Shankly. You know, Bob Paisley. Look at our rich history. Fuck off. You know, Manchester United, Busby Babes. You know, Fergie, class of '92.
Yeah.
The clubs are just turning their back on all of that for the sake of right, we're going to sign the next Neymar. Who gives a shit about the next Neymar? I don't care.
What about fans that have died for the club? What about fans that have died for club, like the '96 or the Munich disaster? What about just? It's just unreal. I don't understand how we've got to where we've got to. It's obviously been coming for a long time. Wenger mentioned it in 2009 that there's some sort of Super League being built. I think there was talks of a Super League in the fucking 80s at one point. I'm pretty sure there was. But, mate, Chelsea, Leicester, FA Cup.
Yes.
If Chelsea get pulled out of domestic league stuff, did Leicester get handed the fucking title? Did Leicester get handed the trophy or what?
Yeah, I think you would. I mean, but I
don't want it. I don't want to be handed it. I want to fucking win it. Yeah. I don't want to be given it as it's yours now. That's not an FA Cup win.
No, and especially for how long you guys have waited for it as well.
Exactly.
You won it, and it's been last final was what 69.
69. Wow. I wasn't even a spunk bubble then.
52 years ago was Leicester's last FA Cup final. Yeah, and then right now it's the whole concept. It's just, hold on, I've had another thing come up on my phone here.
I've got someone else here as well now. I've got Mike here. Mike, you good?
Yeah, mate. I'm shell shocked like everyone else, I suspect. You know, it's big news. I did a video yesterday. It's gone fucking. I mean, I've never used TikTok before. It's gone viral. You know.
Of course.
Twitter, it's a mess, a meltdown. I feel incredibly sorry for the fans of these football teams because, in my opinion, the clubs have just turned their back on them. And I think
you two know each other, don't you?
I don't know, Mike. No,
I don't know. No.
Wait, well, you do now. Mike's from the Blue Boys Network. Louis, what do you do now, Lou? Which channel are you with now? Is it 100%?
It's just me.
It's just you, innit? Yeah, you were doing 100%, weren't you, Chelsea?
Yeah,
a long time ago. But now, so boys, welcome.
Mike.
So Mike's an Everton fan. How does that affect you with Liverpool fucking off? That makes you know the biggest side in England in terms of in Liverpool.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, it sounds awful. You know, there were stats yesterday. It means Everton are in terms of league titles and things. If their history is erased, which I don't necessarily agree with that, but if that's what the leagues do, Everton become the most successful team in English football. And as you've literally just said, Lee, you don't want to be handed anything. You want to earn it. You want to achieve it. You know, Everton have got some big issues as a result of this because we've got a £500 million stadium just been approved. Who's going to want to invest in that when the pull of these clubs is going to leave? What I want
for that.
What I want from an Everton perspective is I want BT. I want the Premier League. I want Sky. I want all of these big TV events. The people who run the sort of Premier League, as we all know, you know, they're the ones that decide what game goes at what time, etc. What they really need to do, financial fair play needs to go out the window. The Premier League needs to say to teams like Leicester, like Everton, like Aston Villa, like Leeds, like Wolves, who have got billionaire owners. Do you know what? Fucking go for it. Financial fair play out the window. Let's make our Premier League attractive again and go toe-to-toe with the Super League. I really think we shouldn't back down because it's such a shame on the fans of these clubs. You know, you've got Holly Agombar from Tottenham saying that she's not renewing the season ticket. She's not going to go again. She hates the club. You've got Winksy. You've got rants saying about it. You've got expressions. Yes, happy Mourinho's been sacked, but gutted about the Super League. It's a shitstorm, and until the Premier League come out and show their cards, I don't think any club really knows what to do.
Can I say about Jose though? Good on him.
I was about to say the same thing.
He walked away because he went, fuck off. He went, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
And apparently Klopp's going to do the same.
With another £30 million,
just to clarify.
With a bit of this though as well, Louis. A bit of this. Bit of money.
Clarify.
He apparently was a massive confidence. Go on, sorry, Mike.
No, sorry. Just to clarify, why do you think Mourinho walked away? Is there a specific person on Twitter you've seen?
It's not. I've seen because I've spoken to somebody else as well.
By the way, Ryan Mason will be the Tottenham manager until the end of the season.
The source that broke that news, just so everyone knows, is an account on Everton that wound up loads of Newcastle fans yesterday saying they were in the top 7, they were included. He said about Mourinho having this bust up and telling them to fuck off. So he's wicked. He's an Everton source. His name's his Twitter's Chico as well.
It was that's the one my friend sent me, but I've
somebody
else.
He's on the wind up. He's a fucking legend. I love him. I absolutely love him.
He's not though. That is the reason he's been sacked. He literally said, "I'm not going."
Yeah.
Good. You want to see some of the others do it because football's a fucking mess now.
So boys, how does if this happens? How does what works with players? How do you sign players from here and this league to that league? Who's owned who?
It's a really good question,
because if you're signing contracts for these Super League sides, but you're also signing contracts for domestic sides, and Super League sides are looking at players in the domestic leagues going, "Oh, I want to buy him." How the fuck does that work?
Basically, I think the domestic leagues will just there'll probably be another checks and balances thing put in place where it'll be a case of they'll probably go, well, we don't want to sell to the Super League, and the league will have to like you know how La Liga do it, where La Liga you have to clear it with La Liga. You'll probably have to clear it with the Premier League for a player to go to the E.S.L.
And the other thing as well, based on whatever's written into these player contracts, if these which by all accounts these clubs have walked away now, we all think they've walked away, they've left the ECA, etc. The Premier League, if they look at those contracts and those contracts become nil and void, these players could actually walk away for free. Because it's not in their contract that they have been pulled out of their league, their European league, their playing in UEFA and FIFA competitions. And I know that they've said that they're going to fight that in court. But if they lose, then it's just going to be a Rangers situation where players can pick whoever they want.
It's fucked everything up. Football is dead. The way that we know football is
Leicester are going to win the double this season, mate.
Win or be handed, you mean? Because
you deserve the FA Cup. You deserve that.
No, I don't. I want it.
What for? What are you going to do with it? Where are you going to do with it? Where are you going to put it?
I'm going to take it and put it in Imperial Wharfs and be sat there and go, do you know what? This is where the Chelsea fans actually are. This is where we are. I've had 3 I've had 3 big Chelsea fans message me going, so you guys basically going to be the Phoenix Club. And I'm now sat there like, what the hell's going on here? It's like literally, I'm sat there like, I don't even know how to address the situation.
Mate, it's doing really well. You should keep going with that. It's doing really well. It's a baby project of yours that you really thought, about, and you're still going with it. So fair play to you, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
It's going to be scary when Mason Mount plays for you.
Mason Mount get in straight away. Captain's armband done, sorted.
Hey, just one day you might get in the Super League yourself. You never know.
Nah, turn it down, mate. I want to win. I've got a centre back with the big ears. We call him the Champions League trophy, so we want to go win the Champions League trophy.
Have you seen the rumoured trophy? It's about the size of a pint glass.
That's not actually the trophy. I think that's the Greek Super League trophy.
Oh, okay. It's just banter.
It's just banter. Yeah, it's really shit banter. But yeah, like the whole thing is like, as a Chelsea fan, I don't know. I want to see how it develops. If it happens, I'm done. Like that's it. I'm not doing Chelsea anymore. I wouldn't do it.
But who are you going to support? Are you going to support anyone else, or are you just going to fuck it off completely?
I don't know.
Because you're allowed to support. There's that, like a stigma of football where like you get called a plastic fan because you jump from one fucking team to another based on how glorified they are and how well they're doing. But this is slightly different. They've ditched you. They've ditched you, mate.
If it came to a top tier club because of family connections, I'd probably support Everton.
Yeah, Louis lads, yes. What the fucking top is Everton?
I've been a season ticket holder and the Gladys ends. The Gladys.
It's fucking beautiful. Me and Louis getting pissed on a Saturday afternoon. I fucking love it.
I've always had a very. I don't know if support would be the right word, but I'd follow them.
I think that's.
Ah,
I think that'll be clipped. That's clipped. That's
No,
gonna get
yeah,
clipped.
And there's gonna be clips, and then there's gonna be no context given to it. And then
yeah,
about 2 months time, Louis not actually a Chelsea fan; he's an Everton fan.
Boys in the chat. 1 hour, 39 minutes, 29 seconds. Lewis supports Everton. All right.
You know what, Lee? Go fuck yourself. You know.
Love it.
No, honestly, to be honest, you know what I do? I probably just throw it all at Imperial Wharf. To be honest, I'm not going to lie. For the past couple of years, especially this season when we've been playing grassroots, you actually feel the soul of football when you go and play at Hackney Marshes. Like I felt the same way stepping on Hackney Marshes for the first time with Imperial Wharf that I felt when I walked up the steps at Chelsea. I felt exactly the same. And it's one of those where it's like you can just see people playing the sport because they love it.
Yeah,
and you can see that people are in it and they're invested. And you know, when you going to Chelsea, you know, I love it. You know, I was in Vauxhall last week when we were playing Porto, and there was about 20 Chelsea fans just all in one corner, just singing their hearts out. And I've missed that. Like I've missed being with people and singing. And then I was sat there afterwards, and you go, do you know what? Like I've missed that a lot. But what this is going to do is those people aren't going to be together anymore.
No,
you're not going to get that anymore. And
do you think these clubs have took advantage of the pandemic and no fans in stadiums to throw it out there now? Because you might imagine uproar in stadiums, it will full. Can you imagine a Stamford Bridge full to the masses if they were announcing this? There'd be uproar, wouldn't there?
Oh, there would be, and they know what they've done. And the fact, so the Chelsea Supporters Trust. So I'm actually, because I'm a member. I didn't listen in on the meeting, and to be honest, I haven't sat in meetings really ever. And I really should do. They had a meeting with Chelsea last week where a few issues were raised, talking about lots of different things, and this concept of a Super League was never raised.
Yeah,
and then they've done it all cloak and dagger, and it's been the same at Man United. It's been the same at Liverpool. This whole Manchester United and Liverpool especially because obviously the city of Liverpool I hold very dear because my mum's from, and I feel like I understand the city, and the people there work so hard. They're not, because of what's happened in the 80s and the 90s, they're not as well off as other people, but the community spirit in that city is unbelievable. And it's the same in Manchester. You know, these are two cities which, you know, were founded by, were built by working class people who would use football as their outlets. You know, Everton, St Domingos was a church team. You know, people came together and did it. Liverpool came off the back of that, and then obviously developed their own thing and their own style and their own mentalities. You know, and the whole history of a football club is being forgotten by people that have just walked in and thrown money at it. And look, I'm not turning around. Look, people can say, I'm a Chelsea fan. People will talk about Roman Abramovich ruining football in 2003, all that sort of stuff. I get that. Okay?
This is different level. This is different level.
He changed the face of the sport. He's the one who opened the door for other, you know, owners to come in, the Glazers, you know, the FSG group, you know, Sheikh Mansour. All these guys came after Roman. And, you know, it was a trigger potentially for this. But I look at Roman and I thought Roman understood the club. You know, he was supporting the NHS. He was allowing everyone that was people that were working at Chelsea and Westminster Hospital could stay at the Chelsea hotels for free, bed, board, everything covered. You know, I thought that with the Chelsea pensioners being just down the road, you know, the Redcoats, he would allow them. They always came to stadium. He always appreciated them. You know, everything to do with the culture, I thought he understood, and I thought Chelsea understood, as many fans would feel about all their clubs. But that's all gone out the window.
All gone, mate.
All gone. I look at it, and I'm not gonna lie. I think, how fucking stupid are we? You know for a fact, and Lee, me and you have been in this on a smaller scale. We've been in offices like this. A lot of stuff is PR stunts. Oh, this will be really good for this. This will be really good for this. This will be really good for this. And then you're kind of, I'd always sit there quite uncomfortable in these small scale situations, thinking, yeah, but it's not right. It's not what you should stand for. It's not how you should operate. But you look at these clubs and just imagine being sat in that boardroom. The people who have been quiet and said nothing, by the way,
Yeah.
are just
Basically,
as bad
Yeah.
as the people that are leading it. Why has no one turned around and gone, fuck you, not doing it? It's not going to happen. Why does no one just turn around and do that? Do you know what I'd really like? I hate Leeds. I hate Leeds with a passion. I think Leeds and Liverpool are two clubs which are so entitled because of their rich history and all this stuff. You know, I talked about how good their history is and that. Leeds, for example, just when they came up last year, I felt like sick because it was whole.
But still a well-deserved big club name. Still
well-deserved club name. Which, you know what I hope? I hope when Liverpool go onto the pitch later tonight, Leeds aren't fucking there, and they just go, do you know what? We're not playing you. Get lost.
That would be fucking class.
I agree with that. I agree. We play Arsenal on Friday, and at first, my first emotion was, God, I hope we smash them all around the Emirates. But actually, the more you think about it, it is more important that the rest of the Premier League actually go, we don't even want to be involved with you. So I completely agree. Because what's the point of the game?
Liverpool fan here, Dave. So, is there a game tonight?
Yeah, exactly. Dave, that lad, Dave, he won't even give a toss. He won't care if Liverpool win, lose, or draw tonight. And as a football fan, how bad's that?
He's a good guy. He's just been on earlier. Yeah.
Panav's also asking if there's any football clubs to invest in, mate. You know, give me a bell. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, give him a bell. You can at him at.
No.
Oh God,
it's so depressing. I've not even had my morning coffee. I normally get up, right? Because I've obviously been working out, trying to look after myself a bit more. I get up, I go out the house, I walk down the road, like get a nice coffee, and I sit there for about 10 minutes, relax with the papers, walk back up. And then today I've literally woke up in bed going, my phone's exploding. I've got people texting me now going, what the fuck is going on? It's like,
I know.
I've
never had this many notifications in my life ever. There's my notifications, boys. It's just forever fucking going.
I've got 100 plus notifications on my Twitter right now.
Yeah, it's fucking mental. Absolutely nuts.
I've had to turn off the notifications on my phone because being, as I said, Lee, I did that video yesterday.
Yeah.
And like all of my videos get about 600 views. Like I'm not a TikTok person. I put the occasional thing up.
Oh, you put it on TikTok? You put it on
75,000 views.
Oh, Chelsea have left the European Clubs Association.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Literally just now.
Oh, has that just happened now?
Just happened now.
Where are you reading that? Who's put that out?
James Oley from sports writer for ESPN.
I'll
send it to you. Apparently, I sent it.
Yeah, go on.
Just ping
me on Twitter.
There you go, mate. It's
oh wow, fucking hell, mate. I'm gutted for you. This is heartbreaking.
The thing is,
I've got Callum here, Liverpool fan.
Lee, I'm gonna go, bud, just because I'm still working, but I'm gonna go. But
yeah,
Callum,
okay, mate.
Lewis,
nice to meet you, Mike, bro.
Love to you both. I feel really genuinely sorry for you, and look, there's always a space over at Everton for you, right?
Oh, I can't.
Oh, yeah, fine.
You know I can't do that, man.
I've got no allegiances, so you know what? I don't give a shit anymore. Oh, mate.
All right, Mike. Cheers, pal.
See you later, Lee.
See you, mate.
See you later. Take care, mate.
Mike's cool, man. Good guys. Blue Boys Network. Go and check them out on Blue Boys Network on Twitter and YouTube and stuff. Callum, Liverpool fan, gutted.
That's putting it mildly, bro. I'm disgusted, absolutely disgusted. We've done a few things over the last couple of years that really, tell a lie. The club and the owners have done a few things over the last couple of years that really annoyed me.
Yeah,
this makes those like nothing in comparison to this. This is the lowest of the low, in my opinion. Disgusting, vile. And I think Louis and Mike were just saying, like, if I'm a Leeds player or a Leeds fan, I'm thinking, what's the point of turning up?
Yeah.
What is the point of playing you guys tonight? If I'm a Liverpool player, I'm thinking, what's the point? Why do I need to play this game? Because we were chasing top four. What are we chasing now? It's just dirt, man. Absolute dirt. And do you know what's even worse about it? It's like, let's think about it like this. Let's just speak about England. Let's say, for example, the 6 clubs that have gone into this ESL said, right, we're going to break off from the Premier League and just have a mini super English league. Can you imagine the uproar? And rightly so.
Yeah.
But yet they've decided to go and do it with Europe as well.
I thought, you know, if they did something like maybe like a mid-season super kind of tournament type thing, maybe they'd slightly get away with it a bit. But this is different level. They've ruined everything that we know about the game.
This is
but we got Champions League. And what's the criteria, bro?
Yeah.
What's the criteria? Is it just who's got the biggest dick? Like, who's got the most money?
Why Nottingham Forest have won Europe twice, 3 times? Aston Villa, they've won
Aston
Europe.
Villa.
Why are they not in it? Why is Celtic not in it? They've smashed the Scottish leagues for years and years and years and years. Why are they
9
not?
in a row they did.
I think it's
why Rangers not in it.
I'm not gonna lie. You look at Celtic and Rangers. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at this. So, like I said earlier, I was looking at. I like to look at both sides. And by the way, this isn't me saying I agree with the Super League. This is me looking at it from the
of course, of course.
As to, I'd be looking at Celtic and Rangers going, do you know what? Their marketing ability, their pullers club. Why are they not in this? You know, it's this is the stuff. Not gonna lie, like the way that it's been done is horrendous. But let's not all pretend that. You know, the champion. There's been, as a kid, you did dream about, being able to play the likes of Barcelona every week and all these teams. But then you grow up and you realise, you look at it and go, do you know what? That's stupid. It takes away those special occasions.
It does.
If because there was a talk that they're looking at it as staying in domestic competitions, but this should be a breakaway European tournament, which basically it's not even a breakaway European tournament. It's just a showcase. It's a franchise thing. Put it this way, I don't know if you guys have seen Ted Lasso at all. There's literally a bit, right, where it's obviously Ted Lasso's that American coach, which they did a skit with on NBC. He's got his own TV series on Apple TV now. I strongly suggest you watch it. There's literally a whole scene where they talk about how stupid franchised sports are in the MLSs because there's no promotion and no relegation.
Yeah, that's what this is. That's what this is. Yeah,
and this is what this is. This is, we've got the biggest dick, so we're going to get in it. But they're saying, no, like there are 5 teams which can come every year just based on achievements. I'm like, I don't give a shit. If I was those teams, we'd be going, the Champions League is more prestigious. All the Champions League was a rebrand of the European Cup. That's why it was fine. But I mean, can I be honest? The whole thing as well. As much as we're really sad about this breakaway, do you know what I find incredibly ironic? I find it ironic that Sky and BT are crying about it
because they'll pick it up. They'll pick it up eventually. Eventually, they'll pick it up.
No, it's the Football League. Football League in 1992.
Well, yeah.
All of that was cloak and dagger. Now they're there going, oh no, we're going to lose all our money. Shit, which is exactly what happened.
Yeah. Karma's a bitch almost. It's their fault. In a way, it's their fault as well because I rant about it all the time about the Big Six. The Big Six. What the fuck is the Big Six?
Yeah, exactly.
The Big Six should be the teams in the top 6 right now. That's the Big Six. There shouldn't be a thing, but apparently Sky and all them have always put this Big Six thing out. Well, they've just fucking lost them, haven't they? Well done.
It is. And then
they put them on a pedestal. They put them on a pedestal, and now look.
Yeah. And then what else as well is the fact that they put Arsenal in it. Arsenal.
When was the last time they finished in the Champions? The last time it was in Champions League, 2016, right?
2017, I think.
No, it wasn't 2017 because we put into it in 2016, 17.
It was the same season Leicester won the Premier League.
Well, there you go. So that's when they lost Champions League. Arsenal are talking about going into a European Super League with the best clubs in the world, right? And they can't even beat 18th place Fulham in 90 minutes. They have to get extra time.
To be fair, though, based on our season, I can't really. Fulham panned us at home, to be fair.
The beers as well.
You're in for a shout of Champions League football still. So you can have that conversation. But Arsenal fucking swinging their dick around.
Yeah,
the way they're doing it is ridiculous.
Yep.
It's the whole thing. I'm now pitting niggly bits because I'm really annoyed.
Tottenham Hotspur have won absolutely nothing since about the year 2000-ish with the League Cup, was it?
Yeah, 2008. It's the last time they won something.
2008. That's it. A League Cup, by the way. Not anything prestigious.
It's devastated, man.
But But regardless of picking bits and who's not going in the Super League and who is and stuff, the fact remains is I see this Super League as a. You're going to make you laugh, boys. I see it as a script. I think it's going to be, if it's going to happen, it's going to be like a WWE version of football. I really do. It's going to be controlled by all of these fucking chairmans and all these people that are in charge of these clubs. They're the ones running the fucking show.
I did this. I was in a tournament like this last year for grassroots football, and that was difficult enough. There was still people swinging their dicks around then. Imagine what it's going to be like now with the European champions. Well, former European champions if they carry on with the division doing this. It's like,
are you going to carry on with supporting your team though, Callum, or not? And what do you do?
I'm caught between a rock and a hard place, Lee. I got to be honest.
You and other millions of fans out there, Nick.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like we've got to draw a line and got to speak about morality and principles at some point, and that line is very, very close right now. Like, and again, it's just annoying, man. I've never been so annoyed with our owners, and I've never really made or hidden behind the owners and said, look, I want it. Like, I've never been their biggest fans. I've respected some of the things they've done, but I've always said, look, we're just their plaything, and we're a status for them.
Yeah,
we're that pretty woman to them that they just walk around with. They don't love us. They never have. They never will. But just to do this, it's. I mean, I think one thing we have to do as fans, though, we have to separate the notion that it's the club and the owners. The owners did this, and this is for every club. This is not just for me speaking as Liverpool. Chelsea owners, Liverpool's owner, Man United, they all did this without consulting the clubs, the managers, the players. So, and again, even when you look at it, as you said, guys, you've all worked in offices. We work in office jobs, etc., and done different jobs. Imagine someone just walked into your workplace one day and said, right, look, listen, you're not doing this anymore. You're doing that. We've made a decision. You just got to live with it. You'd be sitting there thinking, well, hang on, aren't we the ones working here? Like, do we not get a say?
It's mad.
And if they do, if UEFA and FIFA dig their claws in and say, right, anyone who takes part in this, you can't play for your club, you can't play for your country and stuff. These super teams are not going to be super anymore.
No.
Because I guarantee you, players like Salah, Virgil van Dijk, who love their country, they're going to look and say, well, you didn't consult us. We didn't buy into this. We didn't want to do it. I'm not going to stay here and get punished by my country because of actions that you've done. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they need to step up now, all the players, if I'm honest.
Fabrizio Arino's just posted a tweet. UEFA Executive Committee today has unanimously voted through the new 36-team Champions League to start in 2024.
PSG voted for it as well. Also, I've done a little bit of reading while we were talking then. I believe leaving the UCA actually means you leave the current European competitions with an effect. So Chelsea, Real Madrid, and I don't know if Man City have left yet, but Chelsea and Real Madrid have basically just gone, fuck this.
No, so hold on. They're out of the Champions League right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if that
so PSG either get it or it's voided.
PSG or City, because I don't think City have left yet.
I don't know.
City will have to leave though, won't they?
Are they going to get chucked out before their league starts? Because they're starting this in August. So are the punishments for them to be chucked out now or after August?
All I know is that if the Premier League's what they're saying, we're going to be seeing Chelsea versus Barnet next year, which would be brilliant.
No, but as much as we laugh, really and truly, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United, Man City, Arsenal, Tottenham, they should be chucked out.
Yeah.
Like, they should be chucked out. Like, again, look at it on a basic level. If I came home with another woman while my wife's there and sat on the couch, put my arm around her and said, let's watch Netflix and chill, she'd be like, you two get out. Like, get out. Like, you're not going to sit there and wait till next year until you find yourself a new accommodation. Get out. Like, you've gone and you've effectively cheated on the Football League and you're asking to still stay in the house. Like, don't work like that. Go shack up with someone else. Go shack up with someone else.
I love that. That's fucking class.
Oh, yeah.
They should be chucked out. Again, all right. Put it in another way, because we're thinking about European players, etc. Let's say we've got Newcastle on the 24th.
Yeah.
Let's say that game goes ahead and we beat Newcastle and Newcastle end up getting relegated by 2 points. How's that fair on Newcastle?
Yeah.
Shut them out.
Speaking of Newcastle, didn't they have a billionaire takeover coming through, which got rejected? Is that something to do with it? Do you think that's something to do with this?
Probably. And again, even sorry to cut you, Louis. You know Liverpool's new investment that they got, Redbird Capital. I don't know if you guys know much about it, but they got not Liverpool's investment, sorry, FSG's investment. Again, this is where the dots start to connect. Redbird are synonymous with TV deals and network deals and getting and sort of consumerism and things like that. So that was brought in last month or early this month. And then all of a sudden the Super League gets reborn, or born, should I say. And they're now looking, JP Morgan are backing it financially. So all these things are going on behind everyone's back, and then they're all good. It's disgusting, man.
I've got Terry here as well from Claude and the Bansters channel as well. Terry, Arsenal fan. How are you feeling this morning? Did you get much sleep? Because most of us didn't.
Well, I was at work, wasn't I? I was at work.
Oh, yeah, of course you were. Sorry, pal.
I was literally just woke up and I got your message, mate. Look, personally, I can't understand why most people are surprised with this. For as long as I can remember, there's been talks of this going to happen. For as long as I can remember, it was going to happen back in the 80s, back in the 90s, even in the noughties. There's been talk of this all the time, especially from Italian chairmans and Spanish chairmans and things like that. So I can't understand the actual absolute shock of fans when they saw this happening. For me, anyway, it's just a power play at the moment. It's just a power play. Obviously, UEFA was going to have a meeting today trying to revamp the Champions League, and all they've done is shown their hand at the moment. If you look at it anyway, I mean, this has been happening in the Premier League for a few years. Man City have done it. You know what I mean? They've been flexing their power, not looking at the FFP. Chelsea have been doing it since Abramovich has come in. Newcastle could possibly be doing it from next year if their new owners come in. You know, I'm a bit shocked at Boris Johnson, to be honest. Putting his 2 penny in when he's the one.
That's just for votes. Just for votes.
Yeah, well, I know that, but you know, what I mean, he's the one that wants to turn the decision around from the FA, because the FA have the Premier League turned around and didn't want these owners in at Newcastle. But Boris Johnson is now saying that he wants them in. Why is that? It's because they've turned around and said, if you don't let us come in and buy Newcastle, it'd be detrimental to the UK with oil prices and oil and all things like that. So it's all politics at the end of the day. All this is that these teams to show their hands. They want more power. They want to know where the money's going, instead of Sky having most of the TV rights of the football and things like that. UEFA, let's be honest, come on, we all know that it's corrupt anyway.
Yeah.
You know, so all they've done is basically played their hand. The thing is, if it doesn't happen now anyway, it's going to happen within the next 5 years, definitely. And unfortunately, I know there's a lot of fans out there that will turn around and say, well, if this happens, I'm not going to support the club anymore, blah, blah, blah. But unfortunately, like technology, things move on in the world. And if you don't move on that train, then you will be left behind.
Wow.
It's a simple and easy.
Yeah. Strong words by Terry there. Callum, I know you've got to drop out. Thanks for coming in, pal.
Pleasure, bro.
I'll speak to you a bit later about the old OBS setup, and we'll try and help you out with that. I'll get to you in a bit. All right.
All right. Take care, guys. Nice meeting you.
Bye.
Can I just quickly say, Lee? Sorry. Can I just quickly say, I'm more devastated about the news that Mourinho's been sacked, because I thought that was a match made in heaven, them two. Mourinho. I'm absolutely devastated that they've sacked him, especially just before the final on Sunday, because I wanted him to get absolutely annihilated.
Well, I think he's walked, to be fair.
Yeah, no, tribalism aside, I'm glad he's walked. Glad he's
Yeah.
walked. And I think, you know, I think realistically in this situation, especially you and I, mate, you know, we have to, Terry, we have to try and not be tribal about it if we can. You know, I think, you know, as football fans, we're on the same position here. You know, I think naming like City, Chelsea, we're not. It's not just us that's at fault. It's the entirety of the greed of football. You know,
I didn't mean that as a dig at you, Lewis.
No.
Don't worry.
No, we're not doing that here. We're just all sharing our emotional loss for football. Football's dead.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm now just in love with peanuts. Just there on my desk. So.
Mate, I've not ate yet this morning at all. I've not ate nothing. It's like it's nearly 12 o'clock. I've not slept. I've not ate. This is because I'm not even part of this. This isn't like Leicester are going anywhere. But to me, it still affects the league that we're playing in and the cups that we're playing, and it affects everything around football in England. We all love the fucking game, and it's ruined. It's gone. It's dead. Finished. Corrupt. I don't understand.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but don't forget this is just like another Champions League, if you know what I mean. It's going to be not for a weekend.
But it's not. It's not, Terry, because you won't be allowed. You won't be allowed to play in England. You won't be part. You won't. It's not going to happen.
Lee, look, how can they turn around? Look, when you look at it on a whole, how can they turn around, even UEFA, and say that any of these teams that are in it, possibly most of their players won't be able to play international football?
Yeah, right? but that means that those teams,
they can't play international football. You've got some countries there; they've got most of their players playing in these teams. So that international tide has got to turn around and say, well, look. There's no point in us playing if we can't use these players because most of them are playing for Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Barcelona. How are we supposed to compete?
But the financial side of it, Terry, that's not right because you can't play in the Super League. We're earning fucking millions and millions and millions and millions of pounds, way more than any of the teams in the Premier League, and still compete at the same level. It's not fair. It's fucking bollocks. It's wrong. It's not going to happen.
These peanuts are great, by the way.
Oh dear! Please hit the subscribe button, guys, if you can. Get us to the 11K mark. We're pushing for it. Free content there as well. It's free. Just hit the subscribe button. It's free. Smash a like on the video as well. My guests today have been brilliant so far. I'm gonna hopefully get a few more in. But are you still going to support Arsenal then, Terry?
Yeah, I mean, look, do I like it? No. Do I think that this is a power play? Yes, I do. Like I said, I think teams want to be able to like this FFP rubbish. I've never liked it anyway. Do you know what I mean? Never ever liked it, especially when you got most Arsenal fans, in my view, turn around and say, "Well, we can't do this, we can't do that." Because of the financial structure of the things, we need to do things properly and all that. And then on the other hand, they turn around and say, well, look at Chelsea, look at Man City and things like that. You know what I mean? The way that they do things. So look, just take the FFP away. If you take that away anyway, it's the same thing, isn't it? Because that's what they're supposed to be doing next season. If they do that anyway, then for the likes of, like, say, for instance, Newcastle, these owners that are coming in, going to be one of the richest people in the world that's out there. So that's basically happening anyway. That's what I'm saying. It's basically happening anyway. Because once that happens with Newcastle, everyone else will start doing it and coming in for clubs anyway.
So if this Super League is established in a few years' time, basically what you're going on that principle is that anyone can buy their way into this league. So like Newcastle will come in with all this money that they've got. And if they decide, we fancy playing in the Super League, they just throw the money out the league and they're in. That's not merit. That's not a merit. That's not what the football's about. That's not what football's about.
Yeah, I'm not saying it is. That's what it's about. But don't forget, there was all this uproar when the Premiership come about. No fans wanted it. No fans wanted it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, but it still kept the principle of the pyramid. The pyramid system's still there in place. It's still there.
It did, but the teams that was in the lower divisions didn't see that at first. It basically, all this is like, I would say it's like the same thing as, when we was going, should we go out of the EU? Should we stay in it and things like that? People are going to have their things, but once it actually happens, 6 months down the line, it'll all be forgotten about, and everyone will just get back on with football. It will. That's life, unfortunately, Lee and Lewis. That's life. I'm not saying that I want this to happen. What I'm saying is that I understand why these clubs are doing it, because it's a power play.
God, I'd love
it's a
to hear.
power play.
Yeah, I'd love to hear what Claude would have had to say about this fucker today. I'm telling you, I'd have loved to.
I know what he's saying, and like I said, to me, I'm just shocked at the way that fans are shocked that this has happened. Because, like I said, this has been happening for years and years and years. The talks of it have been going on and on and on. And now, all of a sudden, don't you think it's a bit weird and a bit funny that they've come out yesterday, the day before, that UEFA or whoever it is are going to change the rules with the Champions League, trying to vamp it up. Basically, all they're doing is that's what I'm saying. It's a power play, mate. It's a power play to say, look, if you don't give us what we want, then why should we stay here? Now, I don't know. I mean, look, if you look at it, for instance, Norwich last year got 132 million for getting relegated. They're going to get 132 million again for coming up. That's more than Bayern Munich and other teams when they win the league out in Germany and things like that. So why ain't them teams going to want to join up to this?
Because
the Premiership at the moment is the best league in the world, or English football is the best league in the world.
The reason clubs in Germany won't sign up to it is because they're 51% fan owned. And already Germany, Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund have come out and said they're not joining. So
I mean, I think if it goes ahead, then they've got to do it. Otherwise, they'd be left behind, wouldn't they? Unfortunately, when you know, they will be left behind.
I don't think they will. I think it would be that the Bundesliga will remain as it is. I don't think it's a question of being left behind. I think this, to be honest, if you look at how everyone's operated, I know people are talking about, you know, the lower teams didn't see how the Premier League was going to support them. This is a similar situation here because there's not going to be really going to be a trickle down at all, purely because it's a closed division with a few clubs coming here and there. It won't be a case of being left behind. People will watch it, but it won't be with the same entertainment factor. You know, if these games are being played in Qatar, in Abu Dhabi, and you know, in glamorous places around, think basically Formula One circuit, but for football. That's what it's going to be, and you're not going to have, you know, guys like us who would go every single week without fail. You know, get up 4 o'clock in the morning to go to fucking Burnley. You know, who care that because they can't afford it. You can't afford to fly every single week.
That's what I'm saying.
Abu Dhabi, it's
I totally agree with that.
It'll fall apart. It'll fall apart.
Don't forget, you're totally right, Lewis. You're totally right. But don't forget, sorry, Lewis. Sorry. On the flip side of that, don't forget about the fans that can't actually go and watch the games. That have to watch it on TV every week.
Yeah.
You know, that can't physically get there or can't afford to get there, or they live in another country. This is what I'm saying. There's a flip side to every sort of story that we talk about all the time. You know, there's only like 60,000 of us that can go to the Arsenal, if you know what I mean, every week. And
even then, are fans going to get up at 2 o'clock every morning to watch football? No.
You're not.
That's what I'm saying. When we do the watch-alongs, you've got people all over the world that watch us from America, Africa, everything. They get up, you know, New Zealand. We've got loyal fans that watch us on our watch-alongs, and that get up at that time. So that's what I'm saying. It will be good for them fans.
This Super League, can you imagine if they do what I think is going to happen? I've already said this before about like a streaming platform for literally just that league. Do you think they'll just have their own streaming platform for that league where you pay for that league? Or do you think they'll break the fourth wall and go YouTube? All games will be on YouTube with ad revenue going through.
On YouTube purely for financial, because the finances, they won't do that.
Do you not think there'll be enough money to cater for the ad revenue through that?
Do you really think that, given what's going
on?
Right
I'm just asking.
No. I mean, I'm not sorry. Joseph, do you really think right now, given the conversation we're having about the fact that this is all about money and greed, that they'll put it on a free platform?
No.
Sorry, I could have phrased it better. Instead of just looking down the lens, like you mad.
It's a platform worldwide by billions of users. If they can make a premium out of it, they will. That's all I'm saying.
You'd be pay-per-view. That's what it will be.
Yeah. I think it'd be something like Amazon or Netflix
Amazon.
or one of these top
Yeah.
ones will come in.
Yeah, Amazon.
You pay a subscription a month, and you'll look. The best thing I like about it, if it does happen, because I've been saying this for years and years and years now. Right, we've got the technology, and like they've been doing since lockdown, is that you should be able to watch every single game that is that is played. Right. So if you're an Arsenal, the one thing that I hated, because I've paid for Sky for years, right? Every time I used to upgrade my thing, I told them, why the bloody hell, right? I live in England. I pay my subscription to watch games. I'm an Arsenal fan. I've got a season ticket to Barcelona or Real Madrid because I can watch every single of their own games.
Yeah.
Why can't I watch Arsenal every single week? That's because of the rules of the regulations of the UEFA, the FA, the Premier League. They've got it all sewn up. They've got it all sewn up because they want to make the most money out of it. This is what I'm saying. This is why it's a power play. And the clubs now are taking the power back and saying, well, look, we want a bigger chunk of this. We want to be able to, put our games on every single time and let people around the world watch it. Why should illegal streams get the money so that you can watch it?
Oh, it's going to implode. I think football. I've called it millions of times. I think eventually there's too much money involved. Not enough people will be interested in paying a premium to watch football with no fans in stadiums as it is. I can't see thousands of people travelling to go to games for a Super League where you're travelling to Porto, bloody Bayern Munich. I know these teams aren't in it yet, but I'm just saying I can't see you travelling to all these different places to fill a fucking stadium. Which you need, by the way. We are the cast. This is a TV show.
Yeah.
This is a TV show which needs a stadium full of fans to provide an atmosphere, because the atmosphere is part of the fucking production. We've heard the fake ones in arrears. And it's shit. It don't represent
shit. I know. But do you know how they're looking at this? They're still watching it every week. That's all they're doing.
Exactly.
Only because we've got no choice.
Do we not have a choice?
Well, it depends.
I agree with you, but I'm just putting myself.
Exactly.
Every question, right? Next 2 minutes, lay out what you're going to say, and I will operate and think like the E.S.L. Lay it out, and I'll go through their thought process.
Here we go, Louis, part of the Super League fucking federation already.
Mate, I thought my degree was absolutely pointless, but it actually turns out right now it's very, very useful. So let's just go through it quickly. Go on, lay it out, and I'll operate like them.
You're going to create a new Twitter and Instagram account, aren't you? Called Super League Federations Association or some shit, aren't you?
He's right though, Lee. That's what I'm saying. He's right. It's like we're all unhappy at Arsenal at the moment with the chairman and things like that, but nothing's ever going to happen about it. We ain't going to be able to do anything about it because you still have the prawn brigade and the corporate that will buy the tickets. You know what I mean? And that's it. That's what I'm saying. That's how the world goes around, unfortunately. You know what I mean? We can all kick up a stink and say we want him out and God knows what, but you would always have people that will say, oh, I don't care. You know what I mean? I still love Arsenal. I still buy the ticket and they're still going. Same with Leicester, same with Chelsea. And that's how the world goes round, unfortunately. If everyone stuck together and all fans stuck together and all said, right, that's it. No, it's not going to happen. Then maybe we could do something about it. But like I said, you would always have the prawn brigade that will want to go.
People, unfortunately, people collectively as a society right now, in comparison to when you look at the Russians when they overthrew the monarchy, the French when they overthrew the monarchy, all these countries, the US, people aren't mentally strong. We're so mentally fragile, and it's just a sheep mentality where people will just go. If it's there, they'll use it.
Yes.
If it's there, it's a commodity. It's a sale. It's literally very much sort of that. Is it available? Thank you very much. If the European Super League turn around and go, we'll give you your first year subscription free, people will go, well, may as well sign up. Watch Chelsea. Done. End of.
By the way, guys, Jose Mourinho's sacking was not linked to the Super League, and he's never refused to take training today. He's been fired because of results and nothing else, according to Fabrizio Romano, who's just tweeted that out.
Interesting.
Oh, God's sakes. I wanted him to stay, I told you.
Yeah.
Bit of a weird time to sack him, though, isn't it?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You've got the final coming up this weekend. I don't understand it. Surely you would have waited until then.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a
People
weird one,
annoy
isn't it?
me. I just don't like people anymore. Can we just,
Right, it's lunchtime. I'm starving, boys.
I'm going to nip down the road, I think, before I'm on ransom, Mum.
I appreciate you all for coming in and sharing your thoughts. It's going to be an interesting ride for the next few months until this August league starts. God knows what's going to happen with the FA Cup in a month's time. Louis, sorry, I honestly, I don't know. Don't even know if I want it now because you've.
Well, let's see. Look, if this all dies down and we actually get back to doing football, there's no doubt you and I'll be having a chat regardless.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's I agree with you. It's weird. I fell out of love with football for a little bit over the past couple of years, and now
but you haven't, because you've got your own thing going on and you still fucking enjoy that so much. So
I fell out of love.
The Imperial Wharf. Up the Imperial Wharf. Terry, thank you for coming in as well, pal.
That's all right, mate. No problem. Anytime, that we get you back on soon, mate.
Yeah,
just, trying to get back into things, as you know.
Yeah. Working things out.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly. It's just been a bit of a long process, but
of course, mate.
We're slowly getting there, mate. We're slowly getting there, getting back on the road and getting back into things. But we just want to just sort of cut the more things out, mate, and then we'll be back 100%.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you guys for coming in. I'm going to end the show on my own and just to quickly run out with people on the chat, and I'll see you all soon.
Cheers.
Thanks a lot, Lee. Nice meeting you, Louis.
Thank you for coming in, guys. Thank you.
Cheers. Take care.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Right, there we are. I'm done I'm starving, to be fair. It's lunchtime for me. I've got to go. I'm dying. Jose didn't die a hero, says Watercolour. Messi Boy in the chat. Messi Boy is right, says Uxin, because Man United fan to Leeds fan, glory, glory, Leeds United. I never thought I'd read those words. Never thought I'd read those words in a million years. That there is the epitome of what's going on right now. A Man United fan to a Leeds fan. Glory, glory, Leeds United. Fuck off. This fucking Super League is done us all. I don't think none of us have slept. None of us have slept. None of us. Dot the big 620 points. Just chuck them out. Great stream, Lee. Thank you for sitting down for coming in. Lee, this is ridiculous. Says Harvester. Thank you all for coming in. It's been a pleasure for you guys in the chat as well, as usual. Big thanks to the guests that have come in as well. Dave, big man Dave has come in. Mike from Blue Boys Network's come in. Terry's come in as well from the Claw and the Banters. And of course, Louis also came in from Imperial Wharf. He's got his own football team, and I think they're really doing well now as well. So go and check that one out as well. Thank you everyone for coming in. I shall see you a bit later on. Probably do a FIFA video or something a bit later on as well. Stay tuned for more on the channel. For Leicester stuff, we've got a game on Thursday night. Don't forget. Don't really care who I'm playing at the minute. I've lost interest at the minute. This is all about Super League right now. But we have got that. We've got a preview up for that as well, probably on Wednesday. I've got games coming out of the back of our arse, to be fair. New Liverpool anthem is now "You Will Always Walk Alone." For fuck's sake. Right, thank you everyone. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. See you later, boys and girls. Until next time.